This might be a little bit loud. I apologize.
Because Nick told me to.
Yeah.
Oh, hey!
Clucking the chowds.
That's right. Clucking the chowds. And wait for it. All right. Well, hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome in. Hello. It's Mother Truckin' Thursday, which means, you ready for it? It's Mother Truckin' Vlog Day. Hashtag MTVD. You're in the right spot. You found it. There's a whole lot going on tonight. There's a whole lot going on today. There's a whole lot going on in the world right now. Really appreciate you guys being there. I see you guys in the chat. What's up, Gunny? What's up, Steve? What's up, QHB? New Wave Dave, Gemini Landshark, Sub Ohm Guy, formerly the 60-watt guy. What's up, Microwave Oven? I see you there. Michael Redfern, Anthony, Billy Rice. Billy Rice and Glopes. Gloops. Glopes? I know I said I would pronounce your name correctly, but I don't think I did either time there, Glopes. Anyway, Mandy, Mallory, Vicky, Zip for everyone. That was hilarious, by the way. Hilarious. MTVD, let's go. Listen, I got a full-on action-packed vlog for you guys planned up tonight. The FDA Supreme Court's getting a little bit spicy. We're going to have some announcements. We're going to have some videos. We're going to have some voting. You're going to vote on a retro vape. We're going to vote for a random liquid tasting. Let me do a real quick rundown. Here it is. Let's just officially get to the rundown portion of this. Hello. Hi. Beer. We got another What the Fuck this week. We got another What the Fuck segment this week. It might have to become a regular segment if I can keep tracking down what the fuckable material. Yeah, we're going with it. What I've been vaping, what you've been vaping. We got a retro vaping. We got some news. We got some mail. We got some liquid. I'm going to try my best, really earnestly try my best tonight to keep this vlog just a little bit shorter. I don't feel super great today. There almost wasn't a vlog tonight because I woke up this morning feeling so awful and miserable, and I don't know what it was. I kind of shook it off throughout the day, but I woke up this morning, wicked headache, crazy wicked headache, and a sore throat. And I thought, well, this is it. I got COVID again. I don't know when I could have got it, but I definitely got it, and that sucks. And so I spent the morning like deciding, well, should I stream, but maybe make it a little shorter? Should I just not stream? Should I just try to rest my body? Should I just skip it until next week? Kept going back and forth. I was like, well, if I do that, I have to do this, but I really have, like, there's stuff that kind of needs to be talked about tonight. So here's the thing. I don't feel awesome. I might be a little bit lower energy than normal, just slightly lower energy than normal. It was obnoxious this morning because vaping was uncomfortable. It was borderline painful, and talking was like actually painful. So I'm sitting here thinking, well, the whole vlog is basically me vaping and talking. So if I can't do those two things, then what the hell? What the hell am I doing? I didn't want to come up here and do some like half-assed vlog and some like low energy half-assed vlog and be all sad-sacked about my throat, not be able to talk, not be able to vape. I didn't want to do that. I don't want to come at this with anything less than 100% every single time, except for tonight. Tonight's going to be about 90%, 90 to 95%. It's not COVID again. I mean, it's not. I feel much better now. My sore throat kind of dwindled and went away. I took a couple Advil and Allegra because I thought maybe it was allergy related. I did also have a cold fan sort of blowing up my mouth all night long. And sometimes I wake up and the fan's blowing and I'm all dried out. And you're like, oh, what's happening? I was trying to swallow. It was just pain on top of pain. But anyway, none of that really matters because we are here, damn it, to do some damn hell-ass vlogging. Whoops. Now, I think the first thing I would like to do, we got a pretty important announcement kind of right out of the gate here. This is the first thing I wanted to mention. First and foremost, revitalize the underground arts movement in Canton with diverse music in Centennial Plaza. Essentially, what this is Will, Gluebag Bill, Steel Valley, his buddy's girl is trying to get Guar to play at the NFL like a Hall of Fame ceremony that they're having in Ohio. And I think this is an amazing idea. I would love to see Guar play something at the NFL. So of course, I'm going to put a link to this in the description. There's a link to it on the Discord. I'm going to put a link in the chat. Even if you're not in Ohio, even if you're not in this area, just sign it so that we can see Guar like possibly loosely maybe affiliated with the National Football League, the NFL. I want to see a Guar show, and I want to see football players react to seeing Guar because I think that would be hilarious. And look, we need to expose Guar to more of the world, more of the world. They've only been around for 30 something years. Not everybody knows about them. More people need to know about Guar. More people need to know about Guar. Okay. I'm glad I got that announcement. I did not want to forget that announcement. Everybody do the poll in the chat, please. It's not any official. This isn't market research or anything. I'm just trying to get an idea. You hear these doctors in the UK saying, well, all you need is a tobacco flavor. If you can't kill it with a tobacco flavor, then tough shit. I'd like to see people, like the actual percentage of this chat that strictly, not even strictly, like leans toward tobacco flavors, like favors tobacco flavors, because I don't think it's going to be, for some reason, I don't think it's going to be a lot of people, and that's okay. There's places for flavors. There's places for tobacco. You can vape tobacco flavors. I personally really like tobacco flavors. Thank you, Dale. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Ben. Maggots. Yeah, listen to Guar right now, and then go leave your name on the change.org position so we can get Guar in front of a big mainstream audience. The world needs more Guar. I'm convinced of this. The world needs more Guar. In fact, what I would like to do, speaking of what the world needs more of, the world needs more beer as well. Look at this. Certainly not intended to be marketed to kids in any way. It's just a cartoon dog that looks like the Emperor. This is from Rar Brewing. This is the Out of Order line that we got from the wonderful, the gracious, the very gracious, I'll even say, Big Harlem. Yeah, shout out to you, Big Harlem. The maggots are falling like rain. Maggots. The maggots are falling like rain. You did the whole line, God of Mark, so I felt obligated that I need to finish that off. The maggots are falling like rain. Now what we're supposed to do, I guess my desk kind of leans that direction, doesn't it? It's like the mystery spot. Going down to the mystery spot. We're supposed to roll this because there's all sorts of nonsense in here and inclusions and particulates and sediments and things like that. It says, brewed with copious amounts of blueberries, banana, pastry cream, Cinnabon pie crust, and lactose. How delicious does that sound? Honestly, blueberry, banana, pastry cream, Cinnabon pie crust, and lactose. These out of order beers have been some of my favorite things I've ever drank in my life. That first one completely blew me away. Completely blew me away. What's up, Axley? I see you there, hanging out. Appreciate you. Let's pour this. The old John Dorian 3-tap method, and yeah, great. Whoa, this looks crazy. Pouring it into a, somewhat rare, honestly, the laser-etched Grimm Army pint glasses. I think there were only 10 of these or something. Look at this pour. Look at this. You want it. You need it. You want to put it in your face. I know you do. I do. Holy crap, that looks delicious. Doesn't that look incredible? Doesn't that look like just candy? It looks like a milkshake. I don't want to like spoil it by slurping the foam really hard. I don't want to spoil it by slurping the foam. I'm not a foam slurper by any means, you know. Megs, everybody needs to try these beers. If you're even like passively interested in beer and you're like, oh yeah, I fuck with beer every once in a while, maybe a sour every once in a while, this is better than that. This is even if you don't like beer, I feel like we should try these out. American Sour, it's only 5%, Rar Brewing, Cambridge, Maryland, the home of Clutch. I mean, what's not to love? Cheers, Ola, you guys. Hope you got something worthy, something delicious next to you tonight. Yeah, that's crazy. What the hell is even going on there? That is crazy. I don't even know what I'm tasting. It's blueberries. It's really sweet. It's really creamy. It kind of reminds me of like a milkshake. I know I said that about the other ones, but it really reminds me of a milkshake. It tastes like, okay, blueberries, banana, pastry cream, yeah, Cinnabon, pie crust, and lactose. Basically, what all of that means is this is fucking delicious. Delicious. Alcohol hates me too, Michael Redfern. Alcohol hates me too. This is my one adult libation that I allow myself every single week. Just 1 week, one beer. That's kind of where I'm at when you're rounding the bend, when you're getting above 45, 46, 47 years old. It's like one beer a week is really all that my body will let me handle. That's it. But it's worth it. This is delicious. It's like a blueberry pie. It's like a blueberry pie in my mouth. I can't explain it. It's like a blueberry pie in my mouth. I get blueberries. They're tart and sweet. It's crazy creamy. There's like a pie crust bakery sort of backbone component to this that smooths it all out, sort of rounds it all out on the finish. It's delicious. This is delicious. Steve-O. Alcohol makes me break out in handcuffs. Yeah. These things happen. Alcohol, you know. Every stupid thing I do, alcohol has told me to. I'm trying to think of even a liquid that I have on my desk right now that could possibly do this justice. There's bakeries. I wish I had... I think I put the blueberry... I think I put the Kaz GrimmGreen collaboration, the Great Dip, the Crunchberry Blueberry Ice Cream in here. If memory serves, I think that's correct. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a try. Yep. That's what it is. Shut up. Get out of here. That is good. The Crunchberry, it's tripping me out a little bit because the blueberry in this tastes very, very much like the Crunchberry blueberry in this, almost to the point where it feels like maybe they use the same flavorings, you know? It's like, well, little blueberry flavoring in here, boop. Same flavoring went into this e-liquid. They taste almost identical. It's bonkers. Shut up. That's delightful. That just improved my mood like eightfold, at least. Eightfold. All right, well, let's pour the rest out of here. Can we get it? Nope, but some of it's going to go on the desk. Nice. Nicely done. Glad I did that. It's going to smell classy in here all week. Damn. Well, that's the price you pay when you drink and pour beers in your office, I guess. You get beer everywhere. Let's real quickly, we're coming up to 5 p.m. I'm going to need to feed the dogs in a second, I think I'm going to check in on the super chats real quick. Yeah, keep it up. Let's see. Oh, there's a few that came in. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate that. Chef Seamus, that's very gracious of you. Maybe it's the new stuff, but those chowds are clucking at me, man. Are the chowds in the room with us right now, Chef Seamus? Yo, happy MTVD, everyone. Shit, yeah, Seamus. Kaz, happy MTVD. Vlognik is a snack. Don't forget that mayonnaise is an instrument. I could never forget that. I could never forget that mayonnaise is an instrument. I've just added it. It's just in my nomenclature now. It's just in my repertoire. I just use it. Mayonnaise is an instrument. Mayonnaise is an instrument. Absolutely, Kaz. Hungry Hippo, appreciate you. The Marlboro Man came to me and the gang and asked us to return to smoking. Luckily, we took their mask off to reveal Mitch McConnell. Whoa! Yeah, that's tough. I'm sorry that happened to you. Here's $5. That was probably horrifying. Mitch McConnell. Mitch. He's a character, isn't he? Mitch McConnell. Frank Neal, that is very gracious of you. Yo Nick, chat, and all the cool kids. Hashtag fucking vlog day. Hell yeah, hashtag vlog day. And then lastly, listen, we got a Gunny. Happy vlog day. Love to you and yours from me and mine. Oh, Gunny. Thank you, bro. I'm accepting that love. I'm taking that. Here, have some love back. That's from me and mine to you and yours, Gunny. I appreciate you, man. Gunny, got that new job? Got that new vape shop job? All right. Well, listen. We're rounding the hour. I think I'm going to go feed the dogs real quick. Which means you get to check in with Kitchen Guy. Listen, Kitchen Guy wasn't feeling super great this morning. He was feeling a little bit rough. Luckily, Afternoon Office Guy is feeling a lot better than Kitchen Guy, but we're gonna check in with Kitchen Guy right now. I'm gonna feed the dogs, so let's see what's been going on. What's been getting vaped? Kitchen Guy, go take it away.
What I've been vaping.
Okay, hi. It's Kitchen Guy. Maybe this has already been discussed, but I think I don't know. Maybe it has. Maybe Office Guy said something. It's just, GrimmGreen, we're not feeling great these days. We're not feeling great today. So I apologize if Kitchen Guy's a little bit lower energy than normal. But I think this whole stream is going to be a little bit lower energy than normal. Honestly, also, I don't know how I keep getting away with it. I get to take a lot of really great stuff from the office, like really truly great stuff. The Orion 2 with the RBA has been out here getting heavy use for what feels like weeks and weeks on end now. Yeah, well, I'm not going to be vaping all these, that's for sure. Rift AIO, mouth to lung, Monarchy Mob Ultra on the inside. Great. This has been a great little carry. Great little mouth to lung. Super comfy in the hand. Looks like a metal album. I like it. Hey now. Yeah, it's still the Stubby. The Stubby stays out here. There's like kitchen staples now. I need to shake this up. We need to take everything back into the office for once in my life. But the Stubby is still out here. RDTA on the inside. The Stubby RDTA on the inside. It's in restricted lung. It's got the take mango sticky rice on the inside. Yeah. That's not comfortable. The Valhalla with the Atlas and the green apple lime. Just awesome. Just great. It literally breaks my heart that this company doesn't exist anymore because this green apple lime is, most likely, I don't know. I vape a lot of liquids. This is just a really, really good one. I'm not gonna say that like, whoa, it's the best one I've had in recent memory, or oh, it's just, juice of the year. It's really damn good. Apple lime, really damn good. Let's see if I can vape this. Oh, that's a little bit easier to vape. Really good. I set the Type 2 up on the Vape Fiddle on Twitch on Tuesday, and I put a kind of a bummer liquid in it. Remember the Yord liquid, the strawberry Yord? It had been in The very random liquid tasting, like, I don't know, weeks on end. It was like week after week. Nope, nobody chooses Nord. Nope, nobody chooses Nord. Nope, nobody chooses Nord. It was just a strawberry flavor. And it turns out that the wait wasn't worth it because it's not a very good strawberry flavor. The Type 2 with the super extra long, ridiculous drip tip is vaping rad, but the flavor inside of it kind of sucks butts. That's a shame. I wish I'd put a better liquid in there. Well, what are you gonna do? I still get access, almost exclusive access, really, to, with the exception of Office Guy will re-wick me every once in a while, but I get basically exclusive access to the Flow, AIO, Geppetto. The Mob 2 is still in here. It did get re-wicked recently. Lunar Sweet Mango is in here. I think it's just regular Lunar Sweet Mango, not the super variety of sweet mango, but it's just delicious. It's just delicious. A lot of culotta in there. Not great on the throat for some reason. There is a pod out here. It's the Eco Nano Pro. Pretty good so far. Why doesn't it have a puff counter? Come on, man. Why doesn't it have a puff counter? You can't advertise a lot of puffs and then not put a puff counter on your device. I've been running mine in eco mode because power mode honestly feels a little overpowered. Yeah. Mouth to lung is even more difficult. Yeah, shit. And then lastly, the Leaning Tree made it out here. This is a mod that Kitchen Guy doesn't get to mess with very often, but there's a Blotto Mini on top, and on the Fiddle on Tuesday, we put a 4mm drip theory coil in there. And I don't know if I'm shocked, but I'm definitely surprised at how well this vapes. The Blotto RTAs in general just have really good flavor somehow. It's a marvel of modern engineering. They just have good flavor. The Blotto Max has rad flavor. The Blotto Mini has really good flavor. This is like I said, a 4mm coil in here. It came out to a 0.3. I'm running it at 60 watts. This thing chugs liquid. But, you know, the vape trade-off is kind of worth it. That's delightful. That's an easy to vape, and I even get, if I take a long enough drag, I can get a little crackle from it. Anyway, hey, that's pretty nice. And that's really all that's been getting vaped out here. There are some desk warriors, so I'm gonna throw it back to Desk Guy, and there's some pods. Remind him to tell you about the pods that can only be used in the office. I think maybe he mentioned those last week, but there are a few pods that can only be used in the office. The messed up thing is Living Room Couch Guy almost had a little cameo this week, but I took care of that. Anyway, man, it's 10 in the morning and I feel like shit. I'm really hoping that afternoon Office Guy feels a lot better than morning Kitchen Guy. Take it away, Guy.
Hey, other guy. Yeah, a bit rough this morning, a bit rough this morning. I'm just going to stand in for Living Room Couch Guy real quickly. This was out in the living room for almost 24 full hours. There was some TV viewing and some movie viewing, and this was Kitchen or Couch Guy, Living Room Couch Guy's vape of choice. Immediately stole it back. This has honestly been like the thing that doesn't leave my hand. It's just a great mouth to lung tank. It's the old school. I'm going to do a review soon on top of the Cthulhu. Stellar. 12 miller. Guavage, get out of here. That's the mouth to lung life. As you saw, the Hexome has been getting a shit ton of use in here. I mean, not a shit ton of use, but a whole mess of use. It's one of those devices that even if I don't pick it up to immediately vape it, I will often grab it just to fidget, just to hold it and kind of spin it in my hand and roll it around and click that little clicky button. It's almost like a fidget toy that you can vape now. But it's a Hexome. I like it. The Blotto Max is still going really very strong. I don't understand how the Blotto Max has such good flavor. It's just going to remain a mystery. It's just got rockin' good flavor. Dude, that is too good. That is too good of a flavor. Maybe second to lastly, but yeah, it's the Radix. It's the Milky Peach Gummy. This gets used so sparingly, it's not even funny. I am rationing the last little bits of this liquid that I have, and it doesn't help that this is in a really great RDA, the little Zoo 1, single coil, crackly little monster. That's not helping. That just makes me want to vape this more. It makes me want to vape all of this liquid. Dude, like what the hell? Why? Where does that get off being that good? Lastly, Mech Reload. I just love this combo. I like the way it looks. I like the way it handles. I like the way it feels. I feel like this is a very underrated mech. It's Twisted Timmy on the inside. Come on. It's the sacred seal. It's the peanut butter of all peanut butters, at least as of right now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I forget. Every time I come back to Sacred Seal, it's like it's brand new again. It's like, oh yeah, this is you like this peanut butter a lot. This is like the best peanut butter. That's peanut butter. Peanut butter. That's peanut butter banana cakes. And then there's a pod in here. It's the Caliburn G Pro, the G3 Pro, which, listen, I'm going to have a review for this soon, but I'll save it for the review. It's a perfectly fine pod. The pod that can only be vaped in the office, and I don't know if I talked about it last week, but I need to make a point. This is the pod that has to be vaped in the office. It's the Oxva Slim Go. And it's because of the liquid on the inside. It's because Face Meat. Do I even have the bottle in here? Or is Kitchen Guy steal it? Oh, shit. Well, Kitchen Guy might have thieved the bottle. It's black licorice flavor. It's a black licorice, 12 milligram, 50-50, mouth to lung. It's unreal. I love every second of this liquid. I want to vape it constantly. My wife, unfortunately, hates it, hates black licorice, hates the smell. We were outside in open air, just sitting outside, not even really near each other. We were kind of across the table, sitting outside. I leaned back. I took one puff, let the vape go that way. She's like, "Are you vaping licorice?" How did you even smell that? How did you smell that? She can smell it from like a mile away. She's maybe driving home right now. I'm surprised she hasn't texted me. You vaping that licorice? Yeah. It's unbelievable. It's stellar. It's really very good. If you're looking for a licorice, Face Meat has the recipe. Face Meat has the recipe. I love anise. I love black licorice. I love it all. I think I've mentioned the tar bars on this vlog. I think I've mentioned the tar bars. We used to get these candies from the Nut Tree, the world famous Nut Tree in, I don't know where that is, Northern California. It was like the rest stop on the way to San Francisco. And they just had these candy there called tar bars. And they were, like the size of a disposable. It was like this. It was like a thick slab of slab. And it was just gooey and tasted like the most pungent, insane black licorice you've ever had. And it was hard. It was hard as a rock when you first got it. So you really had to like work at it and really warm it up and get it going. And that's what she said. But you really did have to work it up and get it going and get it warmed up before you could eat any of the tar bar. But it was like black licorice, anise, just to the bone. To the Kelly Bell, you hate it too? Yeah. It's not for everybody. It's a little bit of a divisive flavor. I get it. But for people that like it, that liquid is bomb. Bomb.com. Chef's Kiss even. Chef's Kiss. You don't like red licorice? Cheryl. Really? I like all the licorice. I like fake red licorice. I like black licorice. I like whatever the other flavors that they do sometimes, like Mountain Dew licorice. You ever see those? They're like green. Those exist. They're a thing. I like it all. Twizzlers, yes. Red Vines, especially more than Twizzlers. Red Vines, yes. Love them all. Okay. So now that that's what I've been vaping, let's do Assignment America. Let's do what you guys have been vaping. Good Lord, what am I doing? It's like I don't even know what a vlog is. Even louder, man. That's right, it's Assignment America time. This is where we look at all of your bangers, because I have this thing where I just like looking at vape gear and I want to see it, and I like seeing other people's setups, and I like seeing old stuff, and I like seeing like high-end stuff and Mimo stuff and just beater things. I just like to see what people are vaping. It's a sickness. It started on Instagram years ago. I've never been able to curb it. Never been able to curb it. Just have a thing. I want to see your vapes. Sladur, I don't know if Sladur is here in the chat, but Sladur posted on the Yo-Yo Discord recently a really well-organized picture of his cleaning of his vape stuff, and I had to share it. He says, we all know how Nick does with his cleaning. How are y'all with it? How much of a neurotic bunch are we? This is the most cleanly cleaned, organized vape stuff I've ever seen. I used to, once upon a time, believe it or not, Slater. And by the way, I don't know what he has on there. I can't ID any of these from the top. Not a chance. Can't ID any of these from the top. That's an RDA for vaping, right? That top RDA with the orange drip tip, that's an RDA for vaping. I know that. I think that's an RDA for vaping. Yeah, that's an RDA for vaping. I don't know what the second one is. I don't know what the third one is. I don't know what those very well-organized Boro bridges is. You're so well-organized, Slater. It makes me sick. It makes me sick to my stomach. I actually spent a few weeks doing that. I would clean all the stuff, and then I would line it up. I'd be like, deck, glass, chimney, cap. Deck, glass, chimney, cap, deck, deck, chimney, deck, cap, cap. And then the Boros, thing separated, chimney, Boro, deck. I did that. I organized that. And it got frustrating because inevitably I have to grab all four corners of the paper towel and just bundle it up into a ball and bring it into my office. So organizing it like that while it's being cleaned, I don't know, it doesn't serve me. It doesn't do anything for me. It looks neat. It looks neat, but I immediately have to ruin it. I immediately have to ruin it by grabbing the paper towel and bringing it in here. Well, that's okay. What are you going to do? I got an email here from a fella named Matthew Chickenfoot. You out there, Matthew Chickenfoot? He says, hey, share this if you want. I just want to say thanks for everything you do, and in no part of and to do my part of participating in Assignment Planet Globe. Here we go. From left to right, is this the right picture? Yeah, I think that is the right picture. From left to, let me double check this. I guess so. It says from left to right, recoil, yes. Hobo RDA on the Dogecoin. The Dogecoin mech. I don't know if I've ever heard of that. The Bantam Box V3 with a MIDG, MIDG. I don't know what that is. I like it. I like not knowing what things are. Ghost Ship coated by Palmer's Powders. Asgard Mini, Berserker, Rewicked Freak Show, Chuff Cap, Nightmare, Billet Box. There's a Billet Box Rat Black, a Pulse with an Avalanche Vatu, and it ages with a Goon 25. He says, sorry, I forgot to include my daily banger, the BMM Bow Rat with the Unknown. I've been enjoying your content for 8 to 9 years now. I just lost count, but you, DJ LSB Vapes, Indoor Smokers, Vaping Biker, who's not a vaping biker anymore, Suck My Mod, Vaping with Twisted 420, Vaping Bogan, P. Basardo. So many more helped me on my journey 9 years ago. Thanks for staying true and keeping up the good fight. We've had a roller coaster of life, and I moved from Texas a couple of years ago. Had some hiatuses with the community, but I try to help when I can. Hell yeah, Matthew Chickenfoot. Wait, there's one more from Matthew Chickenfoot here. Oh, that's a better shot of it. Okay, I should have been using this one the whole time. The recoils, the hobo, the Palmer's powders. I like your big Death Wish Bogan vape build mat. That's sick. I used to do vape mats once upon a time when vape mats were a thing. Should we do vape mats again? I think I should do vape mats again. Yeah, that is a cool vape mat. That's a cool vape mat. I don't use vape mats anymore because I went and bought one, like the biggest mouse pad that covers my whole desk from corner to corner. And it's amazing and perfect, and I love it. And I've cut into it a bunch of times, and there's like stains and beer and liquid. Maybe we should bring the vape mats back. Jordy says, this is what I've been vaping the last 2 weeks with some fresh-made Heisenberg gum liquid. I don't know what that is, but I want to try it. What's Heisenberg gum? Is that a DIY? Jordy? I need more information. The liquid for the pods is my go-to liquid, some sugared strawberry liquid, 50-50. Looking forward to the blog. Hashtag replay crew. Greetings from Belgium. What's up, Belgium? What's up, Jordy? Need some more information on this Heisenberg gum liquid, because that sounds delicious. I like e-liquids that taste like gum. I'm a big fan. Give me some e-liquid that tastes like gum. Give me some beer that tastes like just blueberry pie. Great. I don't know, I don't know how that exists, but Blumenthal thinks that blueberry vapes are only for kids. It's bizarre. We're going to get there in a second. We're going to get there. Finn, where you at, Finn? I got an email from Finn here that says, hey man, I enjoy your channel. Thank you for the efforts. I'm smoke-free 6 years now. I started with a dead rabbit on a smock alien, still rocking the round wire builds. I used your how to build on an RDA video to learn. Thanks for coming to work. Later, Finn. Thank you. No one's ever thanked me for coming to work. Finn, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad I taught you how to build by some sort of miracle. Full lineup. That's a squonk. That's a pulse. That's a something. Dead rabbit on top. Dead rabbit 2. Dead rabbit 3. Dead rabbit 4. Dead rabbit 6. It's the dead rabbit something. Vupu Drag with the My Vapes Recurve RDA. Ah, yeah, the old the dual coil guy there. Can't remember the name of that. The Canyonero. What was the dual battery Boro? What the hell was that thing called? I don't know why I can't remember. Then we got a Lost Vape on the end with a My Vapes Blaze RTA. What's up, peeps? My Vapes here. The last assignment, America, if you will, comes from someone we know. We know him from the chat. This was his email he sent in. Just says, sent from dry oatmeal, from my dry oatmeal. Of course, it's face meat. Face meat has a thing for the mix, you see. It's a mix with a Cthulhu something on top, a mix with something else on top, a mix with an RTA on top. I know face meat is pure mouth to lung guy. I know the mix next to that has the is that the Artemis? Is that the Artemis RTA on top? The black mix next to that, the clear, like the clear smoky mix. I don't know what's on top again. And the matte black mix on the end. No idea what topper that is. No idea. Maybe this trick the Nick is going to be a lot easier than we think it is. Maybe. If I can't identify the Cthulhu RTA that has the Cthulhu logo on it, I just don't know the name. Yeah. Don't know. But hey, you know what? They all look like pretty good mouth-to-lung vapes to me. Yeah. Face Meat's like, he's one of the cool ones. He's like, he lends credibility to the cool cubs. We're all a bunch of posers, but then there's people like Slater and Face Meat that are like legitimately cool. So it kind of, it lends credibility to us. It lends, we look pretty cool in comparison, We look pretty cool just because of association, not comparison. Association. What, you give Face Meat a hard time for so many mixes? Look, once you like what you like, then sometimes you just like what you like. And you get a third one and a fourth one and a fifth one and a sixth one, and you go, why don't I have 7? Why don't I have 8? The ZQ Trio RTA? The ZQ Trio RTA. The thing, Underground Vapes NZ? I've never even heard of that before. Now I want to vape it. I immediately want to vape it. Oh, shit. Sewer Rug's in the chat. Sewer Rug. I like it when Sewer Rug's in the chat. No, J Moneyline Shark, you are cool. That's what I'm saying. We're all cool. We get to decide who's cool. But there are, like, legitimately cool people like Face Meat and like Slater that lend us a little bit more credibility, you know? Like, if we took a group picture, we'd put Face Meat and Slater kind of towards the front. So people go, oh, who are those cool guys? I don't know. They must all be cool if they're standing next to those cool guys. So, yeah, that's where all the mixes went. Yeah, Face Meat got them all. Just bought them all. Unbelievable. The gall. The audacity. Let's do a what the fuck.
F the FDA.
That's going to be the bumper for the what the fuck segment. I don't have a bumper for the what the fuck segment, but this what the fuck comes to us from Mallory Gates. Brought this to my attention on Twitter. And I just want to... We're going to try to watch this video at double speed because it's the grossest what the fuck thing I think I've ever seen. More so what the fuck than all of the other what the fucks. More what the fuck than this. This, by comparison, seems to make a lot of sense. You know? It seems to make a lot of sense. You go, oh, okay, well, it's a double nose inhaling thing, guy. At least it's not smoking a steak with 500 cigarettes just to see what it tastes like. For science, let's see, can we play back this speed twice as fast? Yeah, look at him go.
Dude, they're like turning color. One will be in
Let's watch this real quick. I want to see what this guy does.
there for all the reds, and then
He's
one
got
is going to be in there for all
meat,
the reds and all the
and
greens.
he's built a little,
And then
like,
at the end, we're gonna put them all
Tupperware
on grill
contraption.
And see which one fared the best.
He streamed this on Twitch.
All right.
Yep, pumps it out, lights a cigarette,
Tony Stark built this
smokes
bong in a desert with a box of scraps.
the
Who
meat
the fuck are you?
with
Me or something in the pipe?
cigarettes.
All right, yes, sir, I got our
Smokes.
3 steaks in here. This
Oh.
this ain't going crazy though.
It's kind of making me a little
We've
bit
gone through
gaggy in the
several packs at this
mouth
point, and then we're
just to
about take one
look
out.
at the
There's 3 steaks
meat.
in here. Look, take home, brother. That's not gravy. This is one that's
No,
had
you're
half the
gonna.
normal
You can
cigarettes
look
versus
away
the
if you
normal
want
steak.
to, Chef Seamus, but
3, 2,
we need
1.
to experience this. I wish I could make it, you know, like media, like cinema-sized.
It contributed to this. There's our steaks.
Look at that! Oh, look at that yellow smoke!
All right, I got salt, pepper, oil. That's all you need to make a steak good. This is our control steak. The normal ass steak, it's untouched by any other smoke. I can tell you right now, there is no truly blind taste test because this one has, we'll say, a particular smell. Let's take a taste of the control first. Non-control, it's a little tough because I overdid it. Not bad though. This is the least smoked. Let's give it a taste. Oh.
What does he say?
Oh no. Oh no. I have 2 that are worse than that. Good God.
Yeah.
That taste at first bite. All right, it's doing okay. Then, oh, that's a cigarette flavor.
Yeah.
Then, just a hard, bitter flavor.
Yeah.
This one
It's probably
has
horrific.
endured 500
It probably tastes like a
cigarettes.
soggy
oh, no,
ashtray.
This one smells horrible. 300 or 400 cigarette.
300
steak.
cigarettes,
Yeah.
500 cigarettes to smoke a meat,
right,
and then he
let's
cooks
see
it and
Oh.
eats it.
Wow.
I think
that
this is
worse.
gonna fall
That's
under the
actually,
category
like,
of like, hey,
noticeably
people will
worse
kind
than
of
the other
do
one.
anything
Wow.
just
All right.
for some clicks on the internet.
This is the 500 cigarette steak. Oh, this is the thinnest steak. That means it absorbed the most flavor through the smoke.
It's making me physically nauseous.
Fantastic. This is also the only one that isn't like the right color on the inside. It's like kind of yellowish. Bottoms up, bros.
Ruined. Ruined. All right, enough is enough. You're right. You know what? I'm sorry. That was disgusting. That was the what the fuck. I didn't watch this. Mallory tagged me, and I went, what the fuck? That's disgusting. That made me like physically nauseous. Smoking meats with cigarette smoke? What the fuck? What is wrong with people? What's wrong with people? What is wrong with people? I mean, sure, I get it. For science, right? Just someone gets a wild hair up his ass. He's like, I'm going to smoke a meat with cigarettes and cook it and eat it, and that would be interesting. You know what? It is interesting. It's also violently repulsive in every imaginable way. You could smell that video. You could smell that video. All those cigarettes, all those burnt cigarette butts just sitting there. Yeah, way to combine some health risks. Yeah, absolutely. Smoke your meat with cigarettes and then char it on the grill so you can get, quadruple the amount of carcinogens. Quadruple the amount of carcinogens. Why? Why? Who knows? I think that things like that, though, I think are why the internet was invented, Things like that are why the internet has been invented. Hey, we're actually doing pretty good on time tonight. We might be able to keep this a little bit more reasonable. Do we want to retro vape? I think we should retro vape probably. We'll do retro vape, then the news. How about that? Retro vape, and then the news. It would make a maggot gag. That would make a guar gag. That would make a guar gag. Odorous would go, no, fuck that. I'd rather eat a baby, Thankfully, because he's done it. Yeah, thanks, Mallory Gates. Thankfully, because he's done it, there won't be other people that are going to go, oh, bro, we should smoke a steak with 500 cigarettes, then fry it in a frying pan and eat it. No, bro, this guy already did it. Super gross. Super gross. It's true that the retro vape can take hours, but that is definitely not going to stop me. Let's go. You guys have to vote. Yeah, we're going to retro vape, but first I'm going to kill this other poll. 400 people. We got 9% tobacco flavors. We got 40% fruity flavors, 47% dessert and bakery flavors, and 5% mint and menthol flavors. That is... I'm going to put this poll on Twitter. I think the world needs to see this. I think prohibitionists need to see that. 40%. So the overwhelming majority, 86% of us prefer fruity flavors, dessert, bakery flavors. Shocked. I am shocked that we like fruity flavors. Are you kidding me? Get out of here. All right. You're going to have a choice. Number 1, number 2, or number 3, okay? Number 1, number 2, or number 3. I'm going to attempt to hide the identity of these toppers here enough. Let's see. Can you gonna see this? Ah, there it is. Okay, ready? Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Whoops. Nope. Start the poll. Please vote. If you don't vote right now, then you're... Whoa! Sorry about that. Sorry. Rest in peace, headphone users. Please vote on the chat. Please vote on the poll right now. We got to pick a retro vape. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. I'm fine vaping any of these. One of them is a little bit more grody than the others because I didn't have a whole lot of time, and I was scrubbing and washing and scrubbing, and I put them through the sonic cleaner, and it's just, gold plating doesn't age well. It just doesn't. It gets green crud on it. It gets crap on it. It gets buildup and funk on it. So it could be gross. It could be gross, but it could also be awesome. And we may be putting like round wire in here. We may be putting round wire in here, or we may go crazy and put like aliens or I don't know. We could put whatever we want in here. Aliens? We could put some dual coil aliens in here. I don't think we'll have to do round wire, but I don't think we'll have to do round wire. I don't think I will have to do round wire for this. Shh, underground vapes. Shh, don't spoil it. Don't ruin it. Can you tell? Can you tell what it is? Yeah, I can kind of see the airflow there, huh? I should have turned it a little bit. No one knows what these are, though. What? Darwin with a bogue on a lava tank. Yes. That is really old school, bro. That is crazy old school. I think we've done that a few times on this vlog. Maybe not for maybe a year or so, but I think we have. We've done the old school. I have a Cardo tank. Yeah, I got a Cardo tank Guar tribute right here. That's a piece of that. Just put that in my room. This Guar odorous head came from Jake Scrapwood, and it's a build stand, so it's got a 510 on top, and then there's a Cardo tank. An old school Cardo tank filled with liquid, has never leaked. It's just been sitting here for literally a year now. Never leaked. Cardo tanks didn't leak. Cardo tanks did not leak. Okay, let's see who's winning. Dang, okay. 44% want to go with number 2 because we don't know what number 2 is. We know what number 3 is probably, huh? We know what number 3 is. I'm hoping I have a drip tip for that. I wonder if it's 810. I actually do not know. Ooh, I might not have a drip tip for that thing. We might have to tailpipe this because that's not an 810 drip tip. And I don't know where the original drip tip is because it's been, like a decade. Are you the drip tip? Nope. Not even close. Well, shit, I might have to see if I can chuff that thing. We might have to chuff that thing. All right, well, you picked the grodiest one. Everybody's voting for number 2. That's fine. I'm going to close this poll in 10, 9, 8, now. So the winner is, it's number 2. All right, it's number 2. I was wondering if you guys were going to pick this one. We'll see. So number 3 was the drop. Yeah. It's the drop. No build, just the drop. Was going to revisit the drop, but, I didn't get along with the drop. So thankfully the drop can go away. Number 1 was a dot, was a Petri. This was the Petri V2. Useless info. The reason it turns green to plate gold onto stainless steel, you have to use copper first. I didn't know that, Jake Scrapwood. That is good information. That is good, useless information. Although not completely useless. Come on. Petri V2. All right. I need something to build this on, actually. Hang on. I am not prepared at all right now. Forgive me. Now, where's my boxer? When I wanted to use my... can't find the boxer when I can't find the boxer when I want to use it. All right. So we're going to build. In fact, let's shift real quickly from the 7th floor tango to some lo-fi chilled out beats so I can build this RDA. You guys picked a tough one. Honestly, I think you picked the toughest of the RDAs. Certainly the grodiest of the RDAs. We're going to put this on a old school Vupu Argus. Super underrated dual battery mod. Dual battery mech? Dual battery mod. Number 2, yeah, it smokes cigarettes inside. Number 2 smokes meat with cigarettes. Number 2 smokes meat with cigarettes. Let me show you this deck. You're gonna go like, oh, that deck is so grody. Yeah, it's a little bit grody, but this is like, this deck, I'm honestly like nervous to show you guys this deck. Look at this deck. Look at this thing. Okay, that's just grody. I'm gonna vape this because you guys picked it, but just know that it's grody. Just know that it's grody. In fact, I don't know if you can see this copper-plated, gold-plated, grody copper contact right here, but it's bending back. It leans back. It leans back. This was a pretty flawed design. This was a Cloud Kicker Society, CKS. The Cloud Kicker Society. I think this was called the... Nothing wrong with this deck? Didn't think so. Didn't think so. Oh, is there an echo? Hey now. No, Cloud Kicker Society, Aria built, and there's no name of it. It was called the Fujin, I believe. The Fujin, named after the god of wind. The Japanese god of wind. We're using it. We don't shy away from grodiness here. I'm going to put 2 dual coils in here. I'm going to put some aliens in here. And we're just going to go for it. You know? We got some Duchess. A pair of Duchess aliens that I think will fit in here just swimmingly. Just swimmingly. Let's see, what are these? 3 millimeter? 2.5 millimeter? Ooh, 3 millimeters. Yowza. Yowza, 3 millimeters. Let's see, yeah. Like that, like that. Huh? Now this might be a round wire situation. Yeah. Let's try. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep trying to get this dual coil alien in here. Because I'm convinced it can work. Oh, maybe not. Oh, hey now. Nah. 3 millimeters is just it's just a hair too big. It's just a hair too big. I can't get them both through those holes. Can't get them both through the holes. Yeah, it's hard to tell, but this RDA has probably been vooped. A little hard to get it through the holes, and honestly, there's not much clearance on the deck for these coils. So I think I'm gonna have to go like 2.5 millimeter round wire bangers. I think we're gonna have to round wire this. You know what? And that's okay. A retro vape, I feel like a retro vape maybe should be round wired. Maybe it should be round wired. It's okay, we got some 22 gauge. What do we got, a 2.5 millimeter here? Perfection. I like that I'm easily like set up, ready to go with a 2.5 millimeter round wire build whenever I need it. What's up, Whiskey21? I see you there on Twitch, keeping it real. Appreciate you. We're going round wire. It's happening. I had a feeling it would happen with almost any of these. Maybe I could have put some aliens inside the Petri V2. Maybe. If we were feeling lucky, if we were feeling feisty. But we're just going to knock out some round wire, some 22 gauge. This goes in here. This goes like that. I find the correct corresponding hole. I don't know. I guess we're just going to guess. It's on a regulated, so it's not critical. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll eyeball it. I kind of want it to span the distance. 8, 9. 10. Do a 26 gauge, 22 gauge 10 wrap. 2.5 millimeter. Who's good enough at Ohm's law to be able to figure that out in your brain? Because I'm not. 22 gauge, 10 wrap. 22 gauge, 10 wrap, sitting right there. Yeah, you know, Thundercats. I've heard that from a bunch of people that people want to stream on Twitch. I'm not sure if I'm ready to make the full switch to Twitch yet, as far as all my streaming goes. That Jeremy M. The Dex looks like meat smoked with cigarettes. Yeah, kind of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9, and then 10. The problem with big wraps like this, 10 wraps, above 10 wraps, is cotton collapse becomes your worst enemy. It becomes like a tube of coil that the cotton in the middle will just get real wicked hot. 2 10 wraps. All right, let's see what can be done here. I think this will be much easier. Yeah, sure. I should have taken these batteries out of here first. I don't know why I loaded this up with batteries right now. Dumb idea, dumb. Okay. Well, that's fine. I think I'm gonna clip these. Dicky Mo! Whoa, that went right on the ground. Dicky Mo! Will that stay there? Barely. I'll find this wire so my dog doesn't step on it. Hey, there it is. It's just going to be a mess of knuckles up here right now, so... I think those are in. So I'm going to screw this down. It's probably been, if I had to venture a guess, 9 years since I've built this. 8 years since I've built this. Yep, and that's where you can tell, that's where the lean comes from. Look at the lean on this. Look at that positive. As soon as you start screwing it down, that screw is just gonna push against the bottom and then bend the whole damn thing back. Bends the whole damn thing back.
News, yeah.
Nope, that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, I'm gonna try to cut these extras. Dick him up. Careful. Dick him up. Oops. That one actually did go jettisoning across the room. Well, it's gone forever. Okay. Dude, this is janky. In fact, I think this is going to impede on the build deck. Unless I chuff it. Shit. I think we're gonna be okay. Whoa, so much airflow. Whoa, so much airflow. Holy cow, so much airflow. But the airflow itself, yeah, it's like a cloud. It's like a cloud cutout. Huh. All right. See, sometimes the retro vaping takes hours. Sometimes it takes days. This is a 0.13 at the moment. That's going to change, though. I think a lot. Where are my good tweezers? Here they are. Oh, these coils are too janky. Whoa, my tweezers are super jacked. Hey, look at that. Beautiful, Clark. Beautiful. Look at that. Middle to out. It's exactly what you're after. Well, this is either going to vape awesome or it's going to vape like the worst thing we've ever vaped. I'm kind of leaning more towards like the worst thing we've ever vaped. Let's see. I don't remember the airflow being very good on this RTA, or RDA rather. Don't remember this being very good. Yeah, Brady, we have come a long way since this deck. A long way. Oh yeah, you like that. Just went in so perfect. Beautiful, Clark. 20 wraps of 22 gauge. I used to use... I don't think I used 22 gauge. But I think I used to use 24 gauge for series builds. Yeah, that screw is definitely leaning. Definitely leaning. And it's just a design. It's just a design flaw. If that screw gets screwed down, even just tight enough to, like, you know, hold the lead, doesn't matter. It's gonna bend. It's gonna bend. It's gonna bend. You know what we should do for retro vapes is every retro vape, we should go watch my old review of it to see what I really thought of this thing. I'm sure in 2015 or whenever this came out I was mostly impressed. But that was a time where it was easy to be impressed. Tuck? Tuck, tuck, tuck. Pow like that. That perfect wicking. Freaking perfect wicking. People always used to give me a hard time about my dot mod wicking because it was a 2-post, so I used to like to push the wicks to the middle area in here so that when I dripped, it would go onto the wicks. People always gave me a hard time. Always gave me a hard time. Well, we're wicked. It's a little bit janky, but it's honestly impressive. Impressive for how old this RDA is. I'm just going to grab some whatever. $21 grams. Perhaps. Now, can we see this hot bluing action? Is there going to be hot bluing action? Oh, watch it get absorbed. Don't go over the edge. Don't go over the edge. Don't go over the edge. Yeah. Yeah. Absorbed it. Right in. Right up. That's what you like to see. And yes, vapors, bubbles and vapors happening. I'm gonna just tame down some of these wicks real quick. I think this is almost ready to vape. This RDA, I do not believe has been vaped since 2015. Like since 2015, since 2016. Man, I love a good round wire build. I love a good round wire build. Let me see if we can chuff this. Oh shit, yeah, we can chuff the fuck out of this. We're gonna chuff it. If I can find a chuff cap that fits. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Let me educate everybody here on chuff caps. Once upon a time, all 22 millimeter RDAs were basically all the same 22 millimeter RDAs on top. They all had an internal airflow control that would go against holes like this, and that was just the standard. That's how it was. But then along came these guys. There was a guy named Chuff who created these, and they're just a big O-ringed top cap that kind of pop on there. So now, no AFC, just pure cloud chasing. Pure cloud chasing. You can't control this AFC. There's no controlling it. Okay, I need to get this lubricated first, all right? Now, I mean, that's feeling pretty retro. The chuff cap alone gives that the real retro feel. The real retro. People used to vape rayon. People used to vape with rayon. Do you remember how many crazy cotton brands that existed in the world? There were dozens and dozens and dozens of cotton brands. Dozens. Kendo Gold. I used to use Kendo Gold. I used to use the Kogendo Japanese cotton pads. They were amazing. I used to love those. Those were my favorite, I think. I did not like cotton bacon when I first started using it. I hated the idea of tearing off enough cotton to use. And then if it was a little too, if it was a little thicker than the other coil, then, I hated it. With Kogendo, you could stack 2 pads on top of each other and make one cut and get 2 identical strips of cotton. Perfect. It was perfect. Perfection. This airflow is essentially the dark horse. It's the Eric. It's nothing. It feels like nothing. Kind of feels just like I'm breathing. Cheers. Listen, despite that airflow being truly the worst airflow, look at this airflow. Look at this airflow. Maybe I need to raise my coil up a little bit. But you can see the coil sitting really low. And then this airflow is really very high. I'm sucking air in through right there, and it's not getting near the coil. It's not getting near the vapor. It's not going anywhere it's supposed to. That air is just going whoop, straight to my mouth. Straight to my mouth. Maybe I'm getting a little underneath. Maybe I'm getting a little underneath. Let's turn up the wattage. 0.13, still reading a 0.13, 80 watts. Cheers. Bad airflow. Awful, really bad airflow. Awful, really awful, and bad airflow, I would say. It's sharp. It's squeechy. It's turbulent. It's everything I dislike about airflow, all in one RDA. But listen, it's hard to kill the flavor of 21 grams. Still tastes like good 21 grams in this. Hey! Now, see, I need to track down the real name of this. Oh, this was the K's. K-A-Z-E. The K's. The K-A-Z-E from CKS, Cloud Kicker Society, Aria built. The K's RDA. The K's. So, if you have the means or ability, I wouldn't recommend the K's. That deck post bent almost immediately when I got it back in the day, and I just hobbled along with it. I liked the K's on and off. I remember taking the K's to an ECC in 2016 because I liked it so much. It doesn't hold up. It doesn't hold up to 2024 standards. Can I flip the airflow upside down to make it lower? That is an excellent question. Maybe if I didn't overdrip it to the level of absurdity. Let's see. No, it's already kind of the lowest, and if you flip it upside down, it exposes the DAC. Oh yeah, it exposes the DAC and doesn't give enough room for this to fit on. Oh yeah, it does. Upside down barrel. You can kind of see the deck showing through it though. See the deck right there? Silver deck poking through. Might be better flavor. Still, Kyle? Still? So if I, right now, wanted to buy a brand new K's RDA, I could do it. It's better. It's much better. It's legit whiskey. It's legitimately better. Legitimately better. All right, K's. Flip that airflow upside down. Throw a chuff cap on it. You're good now. This is actually a pretty okay vape. No resistance on the airflow. I can't reiterate that enough. It's just, it feels like I'm breathing air, just nothing. Just breathing nothing. All right, K's. I'm glad I got to vape that again before it finally dies. I think this is probably going to be the last build that ever goes into the K's. Most likely the last build. I can't imagine this coming back out. Maybe in another 5 years we'll do another retro vape if the vlog still exists then. I would say that the K's RDA came out... I'm going to Google it. Because I know there's some YouTube reviewers who did YouTube reviews. The K's RDA, who is this? Oh, look at that. Oh, it's GrimmGreen video. Crazy. 8 years ago. 8 years ago. 8 years ago. Do you see what I said about the K's?
All right. Well, hey, everybody. It's GrimmGreen from GrimmGreen.com. Back here today. Thank you so much for joining me again.
So
Monday double feature. What I have to talk to you about right now is this. Now, this is the K's RDA from Beyond Vape, Aria built, and CKS Cloud Kicker Society. If you remember, I did the Fujin a while back. I actually got this atomizer before I got the Fujin, but I did the Fujin first because it was like a limited edition mod, and I believe the K's is something that's going to be in stock regularly at Beyond Vape. So that came first, this came second, but it's not about any of that. What it's about right now is this RDA. In order to get to know it just a little bit better, what we're going to do is go
I didn't even take a breath.
As we always do.
I didn't even take a breath.
For a quick, short, uppy-closey time.
I did that whole thing. That was like a breath. That was just... I'm sorry that was so loud. Sorry that was so loud. That was just one continuous, big, long, run-on sentence. The old GrimmGreen? Yeah, this one. Pure Vape Theory? I don't know why I went with that.
All right. Well, hey, everybody, it's GrimmGreen from
GrimmGreen.com. How you doing? Oh, back here today. Yeah, I got the K's RDA. I got this because it was really, really great. Now, I'm going to vape it. I'm going to do a review for us. Quick, short, epic, closing time. And then we're going to go to quick, short, epic, closing time. Go. Hey, what's up, everybody? Oh, no, we're going to do the thing. Why did I used to talk so fast? It doesn't make any sense, K's. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't think I handed out banana stickers back in the day. But I did give a lot of thoughts.
No banana stickers, no real rating system.
And it looks cool. It's got that CKS styling that I really like on it. And it's really well made. The problem is it's $70.
Oh, I can't say that on YouTube anymore. Dang. All right, K's. Well, hey, pretty damn good retro vaping. That's a pretty good retro vape right there. The K's, look, I can't say how long the K's is going to stick around for. It's got a good liquid in it. It's got that going for it. So, hey. The K's. Like retro vapes. I like retro vapes. I feel I don't like it when I don't do retro vapes. But I don't know why the retro vape is always the first to fall off the itinerary if we start running long. What are you going to do? Hey, there's some burp life for you. And now... Let's just check in on the Super Chats. Mother trucking long day. Mother trucking Super Chats. Oh, thank you guys. Damn. Fishy, thank you so much. Hashtag MTVD, hashtag Powerbomb the World, hashtag Cluck and Chowds, hashtag Yo-Yo, hashtag Cool Kids Rule, hashtag Grimm Army. Hell yeah, Fishy. Cool Kids rule the world, dude. You didn't know? Yeah, I might not run long if I still went at that speed. I don't know what I was doing. It felt like I was just trying to get that review over with, you know? It's like, okay, here's a review. Oh, it's done. That was like I felt like I was going like 1,000 miles an hour for a few years. Just all of 15, all of 16, all of 17 was just constant, nonstop, just go. It was just so much stuff coming out, so much stuff coming in. Bonkers time. JK's Vape World. Yo from Josh and Katie. We both joined the cool kids. The grand opening party is on 10/1/24. Any words of wisdom? Soft opening was a huge success. Coil building is alive and well in Vero. You're out there in Vero, Florida. That's right. Awesome. Look, if the soft opening was a huge success, just go with it. Take that and go, hell yeah. Do a big grand opening. Have coil builders. I don't know what people are looking for in vape shops anymore. I know what I'm looking for in a vape shop, but what I look for in a vape shop that's not reality anymore. It's not reality anymore. That's okay. Congratulations. I hope you have an amazing grand opening. An amazing grand opening. I hope you guys kill it. Kill it. The end of musing. All the elderly caravan towing tourists in the bakery want to know what clucking the choir means. I still haven't figured out why they come here. You know, I don't know why they come here either, and it might just be best for them not to know what that means. You know, musing, you know? I was just thinking. Barbara Burgess, that's very gracious of you. I remember the nut tree in Vacaville. I needed to dig through archives to find some pics from there, some cute kids I know. COVID sucks and I love you. COVID does suck and I do love you. Hang your ass on. I had pictures of the nut tree. I had like vintage pictures of the nut tree. Yeah, oh yeah, here it is. 6 pictures of the nut tree. Well, that's the nut tree restaurant. This is kind of what the nut tree looked like when I was going there. Right? That's kind of what the nut tree looked like. They had a cool restaurant. The nut tree restaurant was in there. Yeah, I love the nut tree. Used to go to the nut tree all the time. It was great. Super throwback memories. Crazy. Barbara, love ya. Get over that COVID as soon as you possibly can. The VR gamer. My daily driver is a noisy cricket with a tsunami. Hell yeah. That's look, there's no way around it. That's an old school setup. A noisy cricket, I kept my 2 noisy crickets. I have a red one and a silver one on deck, always ready to go. I haven't used it in years, but I loved them. And the Tsunami, if I'm not mistaken, was the Geek Vape RDA with like the glass window in it. Had a little glass window in it. The Tsunami. Good times. Such fond memories. Every time I read just like Tsunami or Goon, it just immediately transports me back. Good times. Dee, damn it. I'm a lazy vapor and I prefer simple plug-and-play coils, but watching your builds is ever so slightly making me curious. It should. Maybe I'll get into building. Not today, though, but one day, maybe. I would recommend it. Even just round wire builds. Round wire builds, it's the cheapest way. Like an RDA with some round wire builds, you go through pennies of wire, pennies of cotton. You can make those coils last and last and last with like some regular re-wickings. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of rebuilding. And it's so, like, round wire. So easy. There's little kits and stuff that you can just knock out a round wire. Chuck! If there were only some way to reduce that airflow. Well, look, there is, raw Chuck. But the airflow was going to impede on the build deck, I think. And I don't have a drip tip for this particular top cap. But flipping the chimney, flipping the barrel upside down, kind of almost accomplished a similar thing. Still pretty good, Raw Chuck. Hope you're doing good, buddy. Sewer Rug. Yo-yoy, Mr. Green. What a day, huh? What would you say is your favorite sock of the now? Low cut, tubed even, either way. Let's keep this thing going. Here's the thing. Sewer Rug. For a really long time, and I mean really long time, I rocked tube socks pulled up. Generally black tube socks pulled up, Vans, shorts. You know, I was that guy. I liked black socks pulled up. I don't know what it was. I loved it. And then, I don't know what year it was. Maybe it was when I started getting old and turning 40. I went to no-show socks. No-shows, baby. No-shows. Like the hardcore kids used to do back in the day. A pair of sock knees, some no-shows, some jorts, your sister's medium t-shirt that you just skin paint on. You X up on your hands and you go out and, you know, you fight people. That was my jam. I liked looking like a hardcore kid. I loved the no-show socks. But I've given into peer pressure recently. And I wear like half cab socks. Half cab socks now. Pow. Half cab. I feel like every time I go out in the public space with low show or like no show socks on, I feel like just people are making fun of me. Like, look at that guy with his fucking no show socks. Lame. I can't have random strangers thinking I'm lame. So I need to adjust with the times. You know, I need to stay on top of these trends. Half cab socks. Are you mourning my legs? I like my legs. I'm proud of my legs. Great and powerful laws. All right, let me go free the dogs real quick, and then we're gonna jump into some news.
F the FDA.
We're gonna jump into some news real quickly, like hardcore news. Yeah. Let me try to free the dogs. I'm not gonna make it back in time. I'm gonna have to go free them afterwards. Let's do it right now. 6 p.m. top of the hour. It's news.
Are you motherfuckers ready? It's news and advocacy time. Let the truth fire trip.
Okay, let me go free the dogs. dog bed, just in case they want to hang out with their best friend. Let's get into some, you guys. The news is out of control. The news is actually literally out of control. We got some new data. You guys. Every year, CDC and FDA do the National Youth Tobacco Survey. And this is where we find out how the old, how that youth vaping epidemic is going. And every year it's worse, and every year it's worse. And even when it drops, like between 2020 and 2021, when it dropped, they said, oh, you have to ignore that data. You have to ignore that data because it was, there was remote learning going on. So you have to ignore all that data. And then it dropped again between 2021 and 2022. And then it dropped again between 2022 and 2023. And FDA, no matter what happens on the National Youth Tobacco Survey, it's always painted as a crisis. Literally always painted as a crisis. You can go back through any of the National Youth Tobacco Survey posters, all of the media, it's always a crisis. In 2019, 5 million kids were using e-cigarettes, and that was a crisis. And then in 2020, 3 million kids were using e-cigarettes, and that was a crisis. And then in 2021, 2 million kids were using vaping, and that was a crisis. This just feels wrong to me, but FDA Tobacco is being kind of like straight up honest about what's going on in this year's National Youth Tobacco Survey. It almost feels like the FDA is going to lose at the Supreme Court. It's almost like they know they're in trouble. It's like they know they're going to lose. So they're slightly trying to course correct a little bit before the Supreme Court date gets here. They approved 2 menthols, you guys. They approved 2 menthols. But would you believe FDA tweeted out that youth e-cigarette use has dropped to its lowest level in a decade? No panic? No crisis? No epidemic? Youth e-cigarette use has dropped to its lowest level in a decade, according to new 2024 data from the National Youth Tobacco Survey. Additionally, youth use of nicotine pouches remains low. The number of youths who used e-cigarettes in 2024 is approximately 1/3 of what it was at its peak in 2019, when over 5 million youth reported using e-cigarettes. What is this messaging, FDA? I don't understand this. We need percentages of percentages. We need big numbers like 25% of youth use e-cigarettes. That's what I was expecting, but instead what we got was, I don't know, honesty? Over the past year, current youth e-cigarette use has declined 2.13 million in 2023 to 1.63 million in 2024. Among current youth e-cigarette users, the most commonly reported brands are Elf Bar, Breeze, Mr. Fogg, Views, and Juul. Their graphic actually portrays youth vaping going down, and FDA is calm about it. There's no fear-mongering headlines. There's no rage baiting going on. There's no big percentages. There's no graphs showing like a youth vaping just skyrocketing. It's like what happened to the FDA? Does FDA know they're about to get in trouble? Youth e-cigarette use drops to the lowest level in over a decade. There's a whole big press release about it. The continued decline in e-cigarette use among our Nathan's youth is a monumental public health win, said Brian King. Monumental public health win. Use of tobacco products in any form, including nicotine, e-cigarettes, and nicotine pouches, is unsafe. Oh, okay, yeah. They're being very upfront with the numbers, very matter of fact with the numbers. Not completely, okay? Not completely, but results from the 2024 National Youth Tobacco Survey. Look at this. I mean, this is kind of crazy. Look at this. we're going to have to do some math here. 5.9% of middle and high school students, 1.63 million people reported current use of e-cigarettes. When FDA says current use, what they mean is ever use. So current use is once in the last 30 days is what they consider current use. Once in the last 30 days. Frequent use is on 20 of the last 30 days, and then daily use is obviously daily use, daily use, daily use, daily use. 5.9%. And then they break it down and say it was 1.2 million high school students, and look at this number. 410,000 middle school students reported current use of e-cigarettes. That means out of the 27 million under 18 people in the United States of America, 410,000 middle school kids tried an e-cig in the last 30 days? Is that even a statistic? 410,000 out of 27 million kids? Is that even a statistic? Is that even a statistic? Now, when we get here to frequency of use, this is where, their questionable math comes into play. More than 1 in 4, 26.3. There's the big numbers. 26.3% of current youth e-cigarette users use an e-cigarette product daily. Daily. But 26.3% of 27 million kids is only 1.5% of youth. Is that even a statistic? 1.5% of 27 million kids? This is where all of FDA's concern is less than 500,000 kids using e-cigarettes daily? Less than 500,000. 26.3% of 27 million is, I did some previous math, 26% of 27 million is less than 500,000 kids. It's about 428,000 kids in high school and middle school combined that are using e-cigs daily. Why are they so upset about this? Why are they so upset about this? I have no idea why. I have no idea why FDA is choosing to focus down on the microscopic youth use numbers while denying these products to the literal tens and tens of millions. They estimate 30 to 35 million smokers still in the United States of America. 30 million of us, of us. 30 million smokers in the U.S., but 400,000 kids. Out of 27 million kids, they've picked up vaping and they're hooked and they use it daily. Less than 500,000 kids. Again, I don't know. What's 26%? No. It's not 26%. It's 26.3% of 1.63 million. Sorry, not out of the 27 million. I have some questionable math in there, Thundercats. 26% of 1.63 million. Because they reported ever use. And this 26% is a percentage of a percentage. It's 26.3% of 5.9%. And 5.9% is of the 27 million. Listen, I failed math so badly in high school, I almost didn't graduate. They put me into my own little sort of special education remedial math class that was just me and a book, and I did nothing the entire year. Got a B. Did nothing the entire year. I filled out some quizzes in the back of the worksheet. All the answers were right there. B. I got a B. And then that's how I graduated high school. So math isn't my strong suit. Yeah, straws need grasping. Straws need grasping. The percentage of a percentage thing will kind of always bother me. 1.8% of students, all students, 480,000 reported current use of nicotine pouches. 1.8%. we should definitely ban Zins. We should definitely ban and, limit the accessibility of Zins for those 400,000 kids. It's kind of, I don't know, it just seems really, really bonkers to me. And now FDA is going to spend, millions of dollars on public education campaigns, including the Real Cost campaign, and including spending, heaping millions of dollars into youth anti-vaping messaging and anti-vaping programs at schools, despite the numbers not really showing that this is a really big issue or a bad problem anywhere. Still FDA, still. So, unsurprisingly, youth vaping dropped again, and it's now down over 70% since it was in 2019, down over 70%. Yeah, they still want to throw money at the Real Cost campaign. They're going to throw money at resources to help protect the youth from the harms of vaping, including its Empower Our Vape-Free Youth campaign for middle school and high schoolers. Empower a vape-free youth. That sounds a lot like DARE. That sounds a lot like, hey, Nick, welcome to DARE. I know you don't really know about any of these drugs, but I'm going to teach you about all of these drugs. But don't do them. I'm just going to teach you about them, but don't do them. I know you're real curious, but don't do them. Here, let's learn more about drugs, and I'm going to teach you about all of these drugs. Sounds to me like they're going to get kids in there who don't smoke and don't vape, who are now going to be curious about vaping because the authorities at their school are telling them not to do it. That's what it sounds like to me. Fucking FDA. Fucking FDA.
F the FDA.
Fucking FDA. Yeah. Well, so that's a thing. We got some National Youth Tobacco Survey data. We don't have any, it's just the data. Here's a graph. This is the first one. Flo, I think Flo on Twitter put this out really quickly. This is past 30-day nicotine use trends among adolescents, according to the National Youth Tobacco Survey. You see the big spike in 2019, and then, what happened in 2020? What happened in 2021? What happened in 2023? What happened in 2024? What's going to happen in 2025? Youth smoking has basically been eliminated. Completely eliminated. It's a hell of a thing, FDA, it's a hell of a thing. I'm going to be reading you a little bit about these new amicus briefs. There's a lawsuit going on, you see. Triton Distribution, Wages and White Lion, I believe is the name as the company is called. They've been suing the FDA since 2020, when all those MDOs went out, when the 6 million MDOs went out and cleared almost the entire market of all bottled e-liquid. Well, there's been a company, Triton. They've been suing the FDA this entire time. And now it's going to the Supreme Court. And I believe that any concerned party is allowed to submit an amicus brief for this case. So FDA has submitted their brief, Wages and White Lion have submitted their brief, and now we're getting amicus briefs filed by 19 attorney generals about this case. We're getting amicus briefs filed by Dick Durbin. 16 members of Congress filed their own amicus brief for this. And lastly, we have Cliff Douglas and the Foundation for a Smoke-Free World submitting their amicus briefs for this FDA at the Supreme Court. This is a big deal. This is a astronomically big deal. This has the potential to change the course of vaping and harm reduction in the United States of America. Let's read real quick from Filter Magazine. On September 3rd, attorneys general representing 19 states and the District of Columbia filed an amicus brief with the Supreme Court of the United States claiming that vaping is linked to lung cancer. And heavily implying that health risks are higher than with traditional combustible tobacco cigarettes. These are the attorney generals of states, and they're going to say to the Supreme Court that vaping causes lung cancer and is worse for you than combustible tobacco cigarettes. Okay. I don't know that that's going to work out super well for you guys. I don't know if you were trying to help or hinder the FDA, but I think this only really hinders the FDA. You see, the more like outlandish the amicus briefs are, like the one from Durbin, like the one from these 19 attorney generals, the better it is for us. The more outlandish claims and ridiculous things they say, it only looks better for us. It only gets better for us. Back to filter. Over the last decade, the proliferation of new flavored e-cigarettes has created a youth vaping epidemic that has resulted in a whole new generation of tobacco users. These e-cigarettes are addictive, poisonous, and lead to long-term negative health consequences. I mean, none of that's true. The same day, an amicus brief filed by 16 members of Congress claimed that kid-friendly vape flavors target youth and hook them on tobacco for life. For life. Okay. A.G. Campbell, I believe this is Massachusetts. Yeah, Massachusetts A.G. Campbell says, flavored vape products are scientifically proven to be detrimental to health and the well-being of young people. Scientifically proven to be detrimental to the health and well-being of young people. Her office did not directly answer Filter's inquiry as to whether she's claiming that vapes are scientifically proven to increase the risk of lung cancer or describing other just purported harms. The brief claims that research is now revealing serious health risks associated with vaping, including that certain negative health outcomes are more likely to occur from e-cigarette use than from combustible cigarette smoking. For example, e-cigarettes have been linked to an elevated risk of lung cancer. They haven't. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. There was only one study ever done linking vaping to lung cancer, and it was retracted. There's no evidence. Zero. That's the word I'm looking for. Zero evidence actually linking nicotine vaping to an elevated. It's funny. Like, it's laughable. It would be funny if it wasn't so depressing. And the fucked up thing is, it's pretty clear that these attorney generals really want to find harm. They want there to be harm. They want e-cigarettes to cause cancer. They want e-cigarettes to cause things like COPD. That's crazy. Imagine, I don't know, imagine wanting that. Imagine desiring that. While the Attorney General brief claimed that flavored vapes lead to long-term negative health consequences, any such effects are far less severe than those with cigarettes vapes can replace. This part of the AG brief is somewhat awkwardly undercut by the brief filled out by members of Congress, which says that data are not yet available about the long-term health consequences of e-cigarette use. The more outlandish these amicus briefs are, the better it is for us. The 19 attorney generals, they say that vaping absolutely leads to negative health consequences. And then Dick Durbin and the 16 Democrats, they all said, well, there's not enough evidence to know about the long-term health consequences. Okay, I'm sure the Supreme Court will be totally fine with those contradictions. Nobody's wrong. You're both right. They are both detrimental to your health, and we don't know because there's not enough long-term evidence. I'm sure the Supreme Court loves that kind of just weird, vague language. It's a mess. It's kind of a nightmare. AGs and the senators, or Congress people rather, they both rely on, you know, things like the gateway theory. Things like the gateway theory. In fact, real quickly, let's look at what Dick Durbin said. The AGs, the attorney generals, all said a bunch of hogwash nonsense, and I'm assuming Dick Durbin and his cronies all said a bunch of hogwash nonsense. The last one that was included this week, I believe, Cliff Douglas. You guys know Cliff Douglas? You guys know Cliff Douglas? Yeah. Hang on, I'm trying to find the correct tab. Oh, it's gone. The tab is gone. Shit. Are you here? Nope, you're gone. All right. Well, the tab is gone. But Cliff Douglas, in fact, let me just play this real quick clip. Let me just play a real quick clip here. Cliff Douglas did an interview with Brent Stafford over there at Regulator Watch. Cliff Douglas currently leads what used to be Foundation for a Smoke-Free World. I can't remember what the name of it is anymore. I think, even though it's right here in front of me. Global Action to End Smoking. Foundation for a Smoke-Free World became Global Action to End Smoking. Cliff Douglas is the head of it. Cliff Douglas is ex-American Cancer Society. He's a professor of public health at the Michigan State School of Public Health. He's a professor emeritus or something like that. He worked for the American Lung Association for a really, 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 really long time. He was in head of their tobacco control department. He's been in this longer than all of us, longer than anybody you'll meet on Twitter. It's Cliff Douglas. Cliff Douglas is the old school veteran here. Let's see what Cliff Douglas has to say. Any nice things about FDA?
Well, it's essentially a de facto ban. Virtually no licit, legal, far safer alternative nicotine products are available anywhere. So that the 12 or 15 million adults who are using vaping devices and other alternative nicotine products, nicotine pouches, for example, in the United States, by and large, have to turn to the illicit market for them to use products that will help reduce the risk of illness and save their lives. But they're using products that are not regulated by the FDA because the FDA has chosen essentially to take a path of prohibition and is not really seriously engaged in the business of seeking to make available a regulated, provably healthy off-ramp for millions and millions of addicted cigarette smokers in the United States.
Cliff Douglas, everybody, Cliff Douglas. So Cliff Douglas and what's the name of the new organization? Global Action to End Smoking. 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 They submitted an amicus brief as well. I'm going to read you just like the summary. I asked robots to summarize the amicus brief. I just copy-pasted all of the text and had a robot explain to me what was going on. But the summary of their amicus brief is essentially, smoking kills nearly 500,000 Americans every year, and millions more are addicted to cigarettes. Many of these smokers need effective harm reduction tools if they can't or won't quit nicotine entirely. The Tobacco Control Act was designed to reduce smoking-related harm by encouraging the development of much less harmful alternatives like e-cigarettes. These devices deliver nicotine without the harmful chemicals released by burning tobacco, and research shows that flavored e-cigarettes in particular help adult smokers switch to safer options. Despite this, FDA has largely ignored the benefits of e-cigarettes for adult smokers, focusing instead on the risks to youth. This approach has led to a de facto ban on flavored e-cigarettes, disregarding Congress's harm reduction goals, but not considering creative solutions like age verification technology to prevent youth access. The FDA risks pushing more adults back to smoking, ultimately increasing the death toll from cigarettes. Exactly the opposite of what the Tobacco Control Act intended. Cliff Douglas firing on all cylinders as well. So this is going to be great. This is going to be honestly awesome. Oh yeah, Cliff Douglas. This is we can go back in time to 2015, and Cliff Douglas joined the American Cancer Society from the University of Michigan. There's a real nice blurb about all his accomplishments on here. You know, Cliff Douglas is one of those tobacco controllers that was so highly praised by his peers, until he decided to take up the cause of tobacco harm reduction. And now, nope, he's a shill. You didn't know that about Cliff Douglas, did you? Yeah, he's a shill. Big tobacco shill, call him all sorts of names. His mission hasn't changed. His ideology hasn't changed. The technology has changed. But that leads, shill, government shill, big tobacco shill. You're just trying to get another generation hooked on nicotine. Are we trying to get another generation hooked on nicotine? I'm not, and it doesn't feel like big tobacco is. But let's read something from old Durbin here. In fact, I'm going to read this while also this is on the screen. No, not that. This. So we're going to look at this. This is a National Youth Tobacco Survey. This is all the way through 2023, I believe. This is from their brief. Nevertheless, youth tobacco use persists at epidemic levels. You see these epidemic levels right here? This is from FDA. This is from CDC. This is National Youth Tobacco Survey. This is monitoring the future. CDC data right here. Epidemic levels. Tobacco manufacturers' efforts to keep their product on the market mean that youth tobacco users will be unnecessarily exposed to products that uniquely appeal to them. In many cases, hook them on tobacco for life. The Fifth Circuit decision flies directly in the face of authority and threatens to undermine both the Act's success to date and the federal oversight of tobacco, dragging federal regulation of e-cigarettes backwards and imperiling countless American youth. This court should reverse the Fifth Circuit. If it were to instead affirm the Fifth Circuit on any basis, the result would have devastating consequences for the American health system and individual Americans. Products that appeal to youth remain on the shelves. It's literally a matter of life and death. Literally a matter of life and death. Dick Durbin is just talking about e-cigs. It's a matter of life and death. These same products in Sweden are a marvel. They're a medical marvel. They've saved millions of lives. Millions of lives. Millions of lives. Sweden's about to become a smoke-free country. Dick Durbin's talking about harm reduction products being detrimental to the lives of youth. Besides its addictive properties, nicotine exposure, whether from e-cigarettes or products, has more significant and durable damaging effects on adolescent brains compared to adult brains. Just like to take this opportunity to remind everybody that there is, wait, what's the word I'm looking for? Zero? Again? Zero. Actually zero evidence. There's no studies. There's no science. There's no nothing. There's no data. There's no evidence to show that nicotine affects a developing brain in any way. No evidence of this. Again, zero evidence of this. Literally zero evidence of this. But, you know, the crazier that Dick Durbin sounds in front of the Supreme Court, the better it's going to be for us. It says it can cause priming for use of other addicted substances, reduced impulse control, deficits in attention and cognition, and mood disorders. And the psychological impacts do not stop there. Despite e-cigarette manufacturers' claims of superior safety, the limited data available suggests that the typical cardiovascular effects exerted by nicotine are also exerted by e-cigarettes. What? The cardiovascular effects exerted by nicotine are also exerted by e-cigarettes. Yes. Is Durbin just dumb as shit? He knows he's saying the same thing twice there, right? I don't know if he's aware of that. Use of e-cigarettes risks respiratory exposure to a variety of aerosolized chemicals, including solvents, flavorants, adulterants, and other toxicants, several which are known carcinogens. Again, the level of carcinogens in a nicotine vape still hovering right around zero. Nicotine is not a carcinogen. Nicotine is not a mutagen. Nicotine does not change your DNA. Nicotine doesn't cause cancer. Nicotine has never, ever caused cancer. Whoa, Dick Durbin. Again, the crazier he sounds, the better off we are. Among other chemicals, users are exposed to acetaldehyde, formaldehyde, which are linked to cancer, lung disease, and cardiovascular disease, and to acrolein, which carries similar risks and may also contribute to chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Dick Durbin thinks that vaping causes COPD. Causes COPD? That's crazy. That flies in the face of all the science I've read that shows that vaping reverses the symptoms of COPD. When smokers who had COPD got vapor products, their symptoms of COPD were ameliorated. And that's a fancy way of saying, lessened. And these effects appear to last long term. I'll put this science right in the description of this video. There's zero evidence that shows that nicotine vaping causes COPD. They're off the deep end. And it's only going to help us. It's really, truly only going to help us. That was a lot of anti-vaping talking points jammed into one particular slide. Just all of the anti-vaping talking points jammed into one side. Acrolein? I will give you $1,000, Dick Durbin, if you can tell me what acrolein is. Or where it is in e-liquid. Show me the acrolein. The thing is, it's really easy to disprove this stuff. Like any liquid manufacturer could prove that they don't have acrolein in their e-liquid because FDA required all e-liquid manufacturers in the US throughout 2016 and 2017 to get third-party lab testing done. So we had to get, back when Namber Juice was a thing, we had to hire a third-party lab to test all of our liquids to get all of our test results back to send them to the FDA to go, hey, look, no acrolein. Liquid manufacturers, at least once upon a time, know their liquids down to a molecular level because they're required to get third-party lab testing. At least that's how it used to be. Now, I don't know. I don't know what's going on now. I don't know if anybody's third-party testing their liquids anymore. We used to have to if we wanted to be on the market, but I think since FDA has had a de facto ban, they don't seem to care what's on the market. It could just be anything. By FDA banning a bunch of stuff, they're essentially saying, we don't really care what's on the market. We have no desire to control what's on the market. We don't really care what's on the market. We don't need to know the safety of anything on the market. We don't need to know the ingredients of anything on the market. We just don't care. We just don't care. This court date is going to be one of the best things, I think. I mean, here's the thing. I'm trying not to get my hopes up. Really trying not to get my hopes up. In a big way, I'm trying not to get my hopes up. But, whoa, I really think that FDA is going to crash and burn here in a really, really severe way. In a really catastrophically severe way. And I don't think Dick Durbin is helping. I think Dick Durbin is making it worse. I think the attorney generals are making it worse. We'll see. Fingers crossed. I've heard from a number of various sources that this could play off before the end of the year, but we might not get a final ruling until March of April or next year. I've heard from sources that this isn't going to even play off until 2025, and we won't get a ruling until summer of 2025. It's a really big question mark right now. But vaping in the U.S. is absolutely going to be decided by the courts. Not Dick Durbin and not 19 attorney generals who think that vaping causes cancer. Like, these things are so easy to disprove. Well, they're going to have to do some restructuring at the FDA. If FDA loses this, then they have to go completely back to the drawing board on all of the PMTA process. The whole process gets thrown out the window and restructured. And the lawyers in the courtroom are going to, have a say in what happens in these new, PMTA restructuring that needs to happen. And if they don't restructure it enough so that the court feels satisfied, the Supreme Court can go, no, that's not good enough. Go do it again. Restructure it again. Yeah. F the FDA. Okay, so this is the last thing I wanted to share with you guys. I'm sorry. Well, we're going to watch 3 minutes and 42 seconds. This is gold. This is pure gold. I don't even know what percentage it can possibly be. 1,000% pure gold. I love the Libertarians in Australia. Let's see what the Let's see what the Libertarians in Australia did this week.
A Victorian MP has marked a sad milestone with an outlandish cake. Libertarian member David Limbrick brought a cigarette-shaped dessert to Parliament today to highlight 100 tobacco-related arson attacks.
Like the look at the audacity on these Australian libertarians celebrating 100 tobacco-related arson attacks because of really shit regulations. They made a cake that looks like a cigarette with fire on it, and they just drop it off to the TGA, and they're like, congratulations. Congratulations. This never happened before, but because you banned vaping, now we have reached 100 tobacco-related arson attacks. Nicely done. Nicely done, Mark Butler. Woo!
Victoria. Happy arson to you.
Happy arson to you.
Hip hip kaboom. Hip hip kaboom.
For more, we're joined live now by David Limbrick. David, thank you very much for your time.
David looks like someone I want to hang out with immediately.
Indeed. What needs to be done to stop, or at the very least, reduce these tobacco turf wars?
It's very clear to me that governments, both federally and at a state level, are focusing on the outcomes of organised crime rather than the root causes. What the Libertarian Party believes is that the root cause is excessive federal tobacco excise tax, and also we need to legalise vaping for adults. This will take these markets out of the hands of organised crime and reduce this criminality that we're seeing at the moment.
David, should we force these tobacco shops to be regulated, come under regulations, just like drive-through bottle shops?
I know that we've heard lots of talk about that, but actually the facts are that many of these tobacco sales are not actually done at tobacconists. There are many different shops where they're sold at, where illegal black market tobacco is sold at, and simply regulating tobacconists will mean that the organised crime will just sell them at different outlets. I don't think it'll have much of a difference, make much of a difference at all.
No innocent people have died so far as a result of these fire bombings, but are you concerned that it's only a matter of time? I think we had one very close call last week.
Yes, we had a very close call last week with some children that suffered only minor injuries, but it's only blind luck that no one's been killed yet. It's only a matter of time before innocent bystanders get killed. We have to stop these arson attacks. The way to stop it is through the power of economics, and that is through undermining organised crime, through lowering taxes, and also legalising vaping for adults.
Who needs to move first, the state government or the federal government?
Look, I would like the state government to make more noise about this. I feel that the state government understands that a lot of this is driven by federal policies, but ultimately it's the state government and the people of Victoria that have to put up with the consequences of this. The Victorian government and Victorians in general need to be making more noise about this and complaining to the federal government that we need change here and we need it urgently before someone gets killed.
David, it seems like there is no kind of urgency to this, despite this becoming a weekly event. Why is that?
I don't know why there's not urgency, and that's what drove me to try and raise awareness of this issue and why we did what we did today. It is an urgent issue. As you say, there's almost weekly, sometimes daily fire bombings that happen here. We need to put a stop to it. Now, the idea that we're going to just sort of law enforcement is going to enforce our way out of it is not going to work. We need to act urgently, and I don't know why the government isn't paying more attention to this. They absolutely need to. The federal government needs to step up and take serious action on these to undermine the...
Thank you. I appreciate that, David Limbrick. I appreciate that. You're getting a little yammery there, David Limbrick. But David Limbrick, everybody, Libertarian in Australia, delivering a cake of 100 fire bombings. 100 fire bombings at tobacconists. That's crazy. That's just within this last year that has been going on. This sort of thing didn't happen in Australia before the really bad federal regulations. Just like, same thing happens in the U.S. when you ban a bunch of bottles of liquid, when you ban disposables. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? The market hates a vacuum. Someone's going to fill that void. And in Australia, it's like, people that would be happy just to throw a Molotov cocktail through your tobacconist window. Bonkers. All of this, just some perspective, all of that, just about nicotine. Literally, just about vapes, dude. Just about dumb, strawberry-flavored nicotine liquid. Now we have fire bombings in Australia. We got vaping going to the fucking Supreme Court. If you went back in time and found like young GrimmGreen in 2009 when I was just vaping on my little Janty Dura, tobacco flavor on my Janty Dura, got my screwdriver, with a 901 atomizer on it. You could have gone back in time and told young GrimmGreen that someday vaping is going to end up in front of the Supreme Court. I might have thought you were a crazy person, but they are. Oh, it's going to the Supreme Court. Well, Kithrin, look, I don't want to play any sort of like slippery slope logical fallacies going on here, but in Australia, Kithrin, they are drumming up support for prescription alcohol. I just read a piece on it just like maybe 2-3 weeks ago. They're trying to drum up support for a prescription-based alcohol system in Australia because the prescription vapes were such a good success, such an overwhelming success. There's been no tobacconist fire bombings. It's been such a success that they think, well, we don't let people vape. That's prescription only. Why are we letting people consume alcohol? That's really bad for you. Loaded with carcinogens, ruins your liver, ruins parts of your body. All sorts of issues arise from alcohol. Maybe we could make that prescription too. Hang on, Australia, hang on. It's going to get worse before it gets better. Speaking of blueberry booze. All right, you guys, that's it. That's the news and advocacy. That's everything that I really wanted to mention tonight. Yeah, so just, I'll have a bunch of links in the description. Click and read wherever you want to click and read. I am trying to get as many people as I can to sign up for Twitter X. It's just a great platform. Despite the bots and despite, some Nazis. Despite all that, it's still a really good platform. You can block people, you can block Nazis, you can block porn bots, but the rest of the platform is really good. Matt Cully and myself are going to be uploading all of our content to Twitter X as well. In addition to YouTube, it's all going on Twitter as well because we won't get demonetized on Twitter. We won't get censored on Twitter. So that's kind of part of the thing that we're doing. We're just, getting our shit all over the place. Get it on Twitter. Twitter X, anything? No, I don't think. It's crazy. Like everybody still calls it Twitter X. Twitter X, Twitter X, Twitter X. Nobody calls it just X. Now then. Because X is like, it's where everything goes down. You can... Dr. Sandro from Australia is on there. Colin Mendelssohn's on there. Alex Wodak is on there. Like the only reason I know anything that's going on in Australia is because of those people on Twitter informing me about what's going on. The only reliable place that I've found to get news is from the few people I trust on Twitter. That's it. I don't even like Reddit anymore. I don't like getting my news from anywhere else. There's a few people on Twitter that I really trust and follow to give me accurate news, and I follow those people. Yeah, there's going to be an XTV app as well. So you could watch, maybe we should stream to Twitter. Maybe we should stream to Twitch. It is, well, is it too confusing? Is Twitter confusing? I guess I've been using it so long. That I'm just used to it. I guess I'm just used to it. No, that's not quite it. What I'm going to do right now is check in on any of these. We're trying not to run long tonight. Mick Blizzard. Mick Blizzard says, did you get the photo I sent for Guess the Deck? Possibly. It might be in my mailbox. It might be in my inbox. I will look for it, Mick Blizzard. I've seen a few emails from you, Mick Blizzard. But yeah, we're going to still work out. I'm trying to work out the kinks of the logistics of the Trick the Nick game that we're going to eventually play on this stream. Guess the deck, Trick the Nick. It's going to happen, Mick. And everybody's winning. You can easily trick me. Easily trick me. Queen Honey Bunny, cancer-free. He is officially in recovery mode. Thank you, everyone, for all the love and support. Grimm Army forever. Cancer-free QHB. I love to hear it. Well, I'm glad he is cancer-free. Damn heck-ass glad. Appreciate you, QHB. Ben. Appreciate you, Ben. Yo, a quick one while I'm at work to say I finally found a room in the budget to join the cool kids. Yes. Do have a very important question, though. Oh! Is it maggots? Maggots! The maggots are falling like rain. Maggots, maggots. Now in the house of the Necro Lord. Damn it, that's a good song. I don't know if I have a lot of like favorite songs. Maggots could be up there. Maggots off Scumdogs could be like, it's just a jam. Go! Oh, it's so good, Ben. Shout out to Guar. Shout out to the Guar fans. Shout out to Maggots. Jake Scrapwood. Shout out to you, Ben Moosedale. See you on the yo-yoys. Jake Scrapwood. Sounds like they are putting vapes in Schrodinger's box. Yep, Schrodinger's cloud. It can be both healthy and deadly at the same time. Jake, that is nailing it. That is nailing it. You have nailed it. I've been trying to like put into words, but that's it. It's Schrodinger's cloud. It's this idea that of watching like every country and every public health organization and, 3-letter org try to do this like balancing act of how do we tell smokers that this product can literally save their life, but how do we tell youth people that it could be the worst thing that they ever pick up? How do we do this? How do we save smokers' lives by telling them that this is literally the greatest invention for someone who smokes cigarettes, empirically, scientifically proven this will save your fucking life? But then also tell kids that it's the worst thing they could ever do. It's going to be detrimental to their health. It's going to mess with their brain. It's going to mess with their cognition and could cause lung cancer, COPD, all of this myriad of things. How do we balance this? It's just so difficult. Schrodinger's cloud. I love that. Jake, we might put that on like a t-shirt or a sticker or something. Schrodinger's cloud. Both healthy and deadly at the same time. It's a mystery. Jake Scrapwood. Don't forget medical particles in the vapes. Yes, the medical particles that they found. Wasn't that in Michigan? Wasn't that Whitmer who said medical particles? Medical particles. Well, I mean, here's the problem with that. Medical particles. She obviously meant to say metal particles, but she just messed up. But that's not what's messed up about it. What's messed up about it is these things just filter down from the top. I saw someone earlier saying, oh, doctors don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They do. They definitely do know what they're talking about. But with vaping, doctors look at the American Medical Association. What does AMA say about vaping? Whoops, they're anti-vaping. Where does AMA get their anti-vaping from? Whoops, World Health Organization. They're anti-vaping. Who's anti-vaping at the World Health Organization? Whoop, Mike fucking Bloomberg. Everything comes back to Mike Bloomberg and his weird, greasy Muppet tentacles that are all over tobacco harm reduction, all over it. So a part of me, it's like, yeah, dude, you're a doctor. Like, you're supposed to be a man of science. You're supposed to know about this. But sometimes I kind of give people a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, especially if they're misinformed, because there's so much misinformation and disinformation out there about vaping and about nicotine that when someone says, I heard that's worse for you, I go, I'm not surprised that you think that, or I'm not surprised to hear you say that, because you probably heard it from someone who heard it from someone who heard it from the AMA, who heard it from World Health, who's being pushed by Mike Bloomberg. It's deliberate like trickle down misinformation so that people just come to these conclusions and they don't really remember how. They're like, I don't remember where I heard that from or who I heard that from. I just know it might have been, NBC, might have been the American Medical Association, it might have been American Lung Association, might have been American Cancer Society, maybe American Heart Association. They all have the same talking points that all get filtered down from Mike Bloomberg through the World Health Organization to the AMA to the doctors to the caregivers to the people who should know better but probably don't. Anyway, that's enough of that. But yeah, I mean, doctors are good, well, and smart people, and they're doctors for a reason. But there's people who just get vaping 100% wrong because they're relying on people who are getting it wrong. And those people are relying on people who are getting it wrong. And those people are relying on people who are getting it wrong. My doctors are pro-vaping too. My dentist is pro-vaping. My cardiologist is pro-vaping. My ENT is pro-vaping. Pro-vaping. All right, let's see. Oh, that's right. There was one more super chat from Barbara. Happy birthday to the late, great Jon Stewart. Oh, is it Jon Stewart's birthday? Let's sing happy birthday. That reminds me. Let's sing happy birthday. We're throwing Jon Stewart in there. Not Jon Stewart, the comedian. Jon Stewart, the folk singer. He's been part of my family for as long as I can remember. Everybody in my family, from my cousins, Laura used to listen to Jon Stewart. My parents listened to Jon Stewart. Everybody listens to Jon Stewart. It was like the soundtrack of my childhood was Jon Stewart. Soundtrack of my childhood. Before we do mail and before we do a very, very random-ass liquid tasting, would you like to sing happy birthday? I would like to sing happy birthday, and this time it's accurate, okay? It's accurate. Glue Bag Bill, it's actually your birthday. I'm not a week early like I was last week, Bill. Will, Glue Bag. It's your birthday. Also, Frames fucking Janklin Vapor's birthday. And we sang to Delia's Hair, but Delia's Hair, even though she has a patron, and then Jon Stewart. Does anybody have any other quick birthdays they want to throw out there? Listen, you want to talk about microplastics, Ern? Let's talk about microplastics, Ern. You know that every human on Earth has microplastics in their body now? And there's just kids that are being born with just microplastics in their bloodstream? Nobody knows if it's like a negative thing. There doesn't seem to be any like big complications from it so far, but there is a lot of microplastics all over us, all up in us, all everywhere. Kids are just being born with it in their blood. Week now, early. Yeah, now I'm a day late. Yeah. All right. Well, let's sing happy birthday. I want everybody to sing with me. That would be spectacular. Be your best friend. Hang out. Try to sing as best I can with an injured vocal cords. Vocal cords. Oh, you gonna take me home tonight? Oh, yeah. Fat bottom girls do make the rockin' world go round. Chuck, you and me. Let's sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to thems. Happy birthday, dear Frames Janklin Vapor. Also Glue Bag Bill. Also Delia's Hair. Also Jon Stewart. Also Palmer's Powders. Is it Palmer's Powders' birthday? Happy birthday, Palmer's Powders! Happy birthday to you. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. You know what to do. You skip around the room. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. You know what to do. You skip around the room. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. You know what to do. You skip around the room. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. You know what to do. You skip around the room. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. You know what to do. You skip around the freaking room. Happy birthday, birthday people. Glue Bag Bill, Mother Truckin' Frames Janklin, Delia, Jon Stewart. with those California bloodlines skip around the room. Happy birthday. Boksh. Happy birthday to you, Boksh. I didn't sing ya. I should have sung ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, you guys. Now that we have birthdays, look, I don't have much mail. It's literally just one package, but we're going to open it. I've actually always wanted Hudson. I've always wanted electronic drums, you know, like just an electronic drum set that I could set up and just plug in and just be as loud as I want and play drums. I'm not good at drums. I just want you to know this isn't any skill. This is just banging on things. But I think if I had an electric drum set, I could maybe teach myself how to play some more blast beats. Maybe not. Hella chats? That's right. Hella chats. Hang on, hella chats. I have a package. And a package down and a package down there. Let's see what's going on with those hella chats. You know you like it? Yeah. Gotta log in every time. Fucking every time. Logging in. What would you know that? Well, look, I have a hella chat from Raw Chuck. It's crazy how that works. Next month, the Supreme Court is going to have a lot of words for the FDA. F the FDA. How? I mean, that's just wishful thinking, but I would like someone in that proceeding to say F the FDA. I would like that. Maybe that clip will be brought into evidence. Country Cloud's cornbread pudding, St. James? Dude, it's so good. It is so good. So good. All right, you guys. Let's see what we got going here. It's just one big package. It's just one extraordinarily big package. Huh? You'll mess with me now? Whoa. Okay, well, that was almost into my leg meat. What the hell, ass? Whoa. Whoa, okay. Yeah, I know what this is. Ah. Whoa. What the what? I don't know. Hang on. Let me check something real quick to make sure that I can even show you guys this stuff, because sometimes companies get weird, you know. Yeah. Okay. All right. There's no Okay. Well, there's no restrictions on this. That's good. No restrictions on this. If I can get it out. Hi, Smurfy. Are you helping me or not helping me? Holy shit. This is sealed up. Oh, I cut myself. That's what happens. Safety first. Yeah. You know what that says? Pushing the envelope. 9th anniversary gift box from Vapepresso. How nice is that? Vapepresso. Let's see what's in here. Like Vapepresso. Oh, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? I know. I'm streaming, buddy. We'll hang out soon. Hey, I know. We'll hang out soon. Come on, buddy. You gotta let me stream. You gotta let me stream, okay? Hi. This, okay, first things first. In case I needed a Vaperesso flag, I guess this is more for a vape shop, right? This is more for a vape shop. This would go in a vape shop. Big Vaperesso banner. Okay, if anybody runs a vape shop, you want that? Just let me know. There is, hey now, plastic water bottle. Maybe I could use this on my bicycle. This might fit in my bicycle water bottle holder. There is a Gen Max inside. There's a lot of giveaways in here. There is a well-packaged Lux X2 or Lux 2, I believe that's in here. That's a Lux 2. And then lastly, this is the bomb.com. This is the bomb.com. Serenity Now. How do I even open this fucking thing? Hey. Pow. What do you see here? Oh, nothing. Just the Vaperesso Cross 4 Nano. No big deal. Just the Cross 4 Nano. That definitely has like a... does that have a thing over the screen, or is that just the way that it looks? Oh, that might just be the way that it looks. Let's just... I'm just gonna get this going right now. Just gonna fill up this pod real quick. I got some deep cuts, guava jelly, 12 milligram. Pow! So easy to fill. What an easy filling pod. This is a 0.8. I like the 0.6s. I like the 0.7s. I like the 0.8s. I'm bleeding. It's my wound. It's my wound. It is less nano. It's definitely less nano than the 3. Here's the Cross 3 Nano. Cross 4 Nano. Thicker all around. Bigger by a mile. Fat. I would say this is fat. If this should have a much bigger battery, right? Okay, that's the lanyard clip. Does this screen light up? Hey, look at that. Normal, normal, normal. Okay, so there's 3 puffs on it already. Comes pre-puffed for you. Battery level indicator across the bottom. I feel like there's something on this, but it's not. Whoa. Doesn't show me my resistance? Why doesn't it show me my resistance? Universe. Motorcycle. Flower. Animate off. Exit. Puff clear. We might as well clear the puff counter. Okay, we're back to 0. I can give this 2. We can look at the motorcycle graphic. Yeah! Shocked it doesn't show me the resistance or the voltage or the wattage or anything on here. Change it to normal, power, eco. Those are your 3 settings. Okay. Let it sit. Let's see what the flower looks like, just to see them all. Oh, flower. Yeah, we're going with flower. I get globe. I get globe, motorcycle, or flower. What? All right, we're going to leave this on the globe then. Animate off. All right, let's see what the animate off looks like. It's still the globe. It's still the globe. It doesn't spin. It's like, well, you got to look at the same thing, only it's much less interesting now. Oh, I see. It's all of them, but the animations are off. That's it. You don't get a blank screen. Okay, well, I want to turn the animations on. I want to see that motorcycle guy. Look at that. Just crotch rocket through the city streets. That's what we're after. Thick. It's a thick little hefty fellow. Yeah. Yep. Vape's great. Brand new 0.8 crosspod. It's hard not to love a brand new 0.8 crosspod. All right, I already have a lot of thoughts about this. So many thoughts about this. Yeah, no, I peeled it off. There's no plastic on the bottom. It looks good. It feels like there should be plastic. It feels like there should be something on the screen here, though. I don't know what this little dip is, and I don't know what that little dip is, and I don't think they do anything, but it looks like I should be able to peel that off because it goes out past the edge of the screen. Can you see how it kind of goes out past the edge of the screen? I guess that's just a design. Fingerprints for days. Okay, now we have officially three puffs. Let's see. What is the MAW? That's a good question. 3 mils, 0.4, 0.8. 1350. 1350 MAW. 1350. Whoa. For battery life, that's like the king of the pods right now. 1350? Who goes over that? Nobody goes over that. No other manufacturers go over 1300 mAh. Even the new Argus is only 1200. 1350. That's pretty rad. But it is substantially thicker, beefier, chunkier all the way around from the other Nano. This is just such a cool shape, such a cool size. I like this right now. It's heavy, it's roundy. It feels like a completely different device. Obviously, I mean, it should feel like a completely different device because it is a completely different device. All right, well, we got a Cross 4 Nano going now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. That's all the mail we needed. I don't even need any more mail. Don't even need it. I'm still waiting. I shouldn't say it like that. It's very gracious of them to offer. I'm still waiting on stuff from Vapors Cloud. There's a bunch of new stuff from Vapors Cloud coming out. I'm still waiting for the Asgard 2. Asgard 2's been out for like a month already. There's reviews on YouTube. Vapors Cloud assures me that it's on the way. It's okay. I don't mind getting things last. That's just what I do. I get things last. That's my MO, you know? High energy density can come at the cost of charge cycles. Don't they specify the number of charge cycles? Probably not. Definitely not. I would say 1,000% not. 1,000% not. What's up, Bic? What's up, Bic? Yeah, the Eco Nano Pro. I've been using it. It's been, as I say, being put through its paces as we speak. Been using the crap out of that. Been using the crap out of that and the Caliburn G3 Pro, which I have a lot of thoughts. I have so many thoughts about this. So many thoughts. Yeah. So that's it. That's all the mail that I have. That's all the mail that's fit to open. That's it. Maybe next week we'll have some more mail. Maybe not. We'll fill the time somehow. I've got at least 1 trillion different ideas. But the only idea that I have really right now, we are doing so good. 2 hours and 43 minutes. 2 hours and 43 minutes. We're getting into the liquid tasting now at 2 hours and 23 minutes. This is a new record. This is like we just went back in time. More mail would have extended it, and I guess I could have yammered on a little bit more about, the FDA, the Supreme Court, Dick Durbin, fitting name.
F the FDA.
Whoops, I hit the wrong one.
F the FDA.
Whoops, I hit the wrong one again.
F the FDA.
I can't believe I keep doing that.
F the FDA. F the FDA.
Sorry. Why can't I find... Oh, here it is.
F the FDA.
Kidding. I'm just kidding. This is actually it. Do shirts off in the pit. Shirts off in the pit.
F the FDA.
I'm just kidding. This time, shirts off in the pit. Shirts off in the pit. Okay, let's very randomly taste a liquid. I have a smattering of liquids out here that we got to put in the poll. We got to put a poll chat up. Put a poll chat up. Put a poll chat up. Random liquid tasting. Whoops. How many can I do? How many options can I give you? How many options? Too many options. Beat your ass and hide the Bible with God watching. Oh, I think this is the last one I can do. All right. Sorry, Hypermix. You have to go away. Okay. Here we go. There's a poll in the chat where the title of the poll is spelled completely incorrectly, but it says random liquid tasting, or it says random liquid tasterer. Random liquid tasterer. Here's what's up for the random liquid tasterers tonight. FDH, Southie. What? Nutty Buddy. Okay. Peanut butter. This is making another trip back to the desk. Boop. Sorry. What's that? Oh, it's just succulents. Just succulents. Just succulents, Steve-O. Just pure succulents. And then this poor guy. Juice Head, Blueberry Lemon. I bought this a year ago. Still haven't got to try it. Bought this a year ago. Still haven't got to try it. And then the last one. He's in a box, so it takes him longer. Hey, ha, ha, ha. Even though this company's not around anymore, it's a Fuji Apple Banana. So please vote. Please vote. Here's some voting music. I'd like it if you voted, literally right now. I'm going to wick up a little RDA while y'all are voting. The beer is gone. The beer's gone. It's gone forever. We're going to do this old school rules. I got a Empire with a Zoo 1 on top. We're going to re-wick this, and if the liquid is good enough, if it meets my exceptionally high standard of flavor, then we might fill up the bottle and keep this juice going. If not, if it's not bottle worthy, it's not bottle worthy, and that's just the way that it is. Why is there liquid all over this? And where did the bottle go? I'm so confused. If you don't vote today, then you don't get to vote. Funky! It's a celebration. If you don't vote right now, then you're never gonna vote till next week. Come on! F the FDA now. F that FDA life. If you don't vote right now. I am Paul, I'm looking forward to that Asgard. I'm looking forward to it. It's funny that I'm getting it last. Like, I mean, it's not funny. It's whatever. I know that I always get stuff last. But because I got the original Asgard last, too. The original Asgard, actually, I just went and bought one. Because everybody was talking about it. Every time I'd pop onto the Grimm Army Facebook group, which I'm trying to get in there more these days, but every time I used to pop into the Grimm Army Facebook group, everybody's talking about the Asgard. Any RDA recommendation. It's like, oh, do you guys have a RDA that you would recommend? Everybody was just Asgard. Oh, Asgard. So I was like, oh shit, I guess I need to get one of these. And it rules. It slaps. I still use one now. It's out of the kitchen guy has it, you know? But I put FHD. Yeah. That sounds about right. FHD, Southie? Yeah, that's a different liquid. That's a different liquid. Oh, Southie! Oh, and a close second place is JMW Succulents. Close second place. I'm going to let this go for a little bit. This could get interesting. This could get real interesting. Pre-adjusting my airflow. Yeah, there it is. And I got an even cooler Cross 4 Nano that I'm probably gonna have to open. Like, that looks cool, and I kind of have to open it, which means I don't have one to give away, and that's dildos. I wonder if I could get some more from Vaperesso. Dude, I hope so. This juice head is from last year. When I went out to Steel Valley Vapors, we went to Kennywood, we rode roller coasters, we had cloud comps, it was an awesome meetup. I bought this for this purpose, 4 random liquid tastings. It still has yet to be picked. Sorry, Juice Head. I know. Fuji Apple Banana, it's time for you to take off. You're not even in the top percentile right now. Okay. Cue the Snoopy music. Southie's gonna win, isn't it? FDH. I mean FHD. From Hoodda. That sounds worse. That sounds way worse. You got the Asgard 2 review out? Yeah, if you want to see an Asgard 2 review, check out Vaping Bick. He's got it. He's already got it up. That's cool. I don't have it yet. Just try it on my own. Yeah, I did that recently with the Yord. With the Yord strawberry. Wasn't very good. All right. I think Southie's gonna win. I'm gonna end this poll in 10, 9, 8, now. Southie. All right. You guys go away. All right. Those will be back. Chances are those will be back. But here we are. FDH Southie. Nutty Buddy. Let's knuckle this and see what happens. Jeeky, smoker here. If you had to pick 2 juices, oh, this is a tough one, bro. If you had to pick 2 juices that would work to get someone off of cigs, I can only afford 2 bottles plus a Caliburn G3, what would you pick? You know, here, the toughest thing about flavors is it's so subjective, and it's so, you know, what I would recommend is try liquids if you can, and if you can't, try liquids that the flavors that you would gravitate to normally, you know? If you're all about chocolate, I don't know, maybe a chocolate. If you're all about mango, there's some good mangoes. You know, it's it's hard to pick out a liquid for someone, and it's hard to say like this will definitely get you off cigs, because what got me off cigs was a clove flavor, and then I switched to menthol, and then I switched to root beer, and it was kind of dual using with clove flavor, and I was kind of dual using with menthol a little bit. When I finally got a root beer flavor, that's the thing. That's the flavor that I thought, well, shit, okay, let's vape now. Root beer, just crazy on the root beer. But when I was first starting, root beer wasn't even on my radar. I bought tobaccos, I bought cloves, I bought menthols, tried, and then I finally started experimenting with like apple flavor or a cola flavor, but a root beer. The root beer is the one that did it, you know? The root beer is the one that did it. And plus, yeah, Dano over there on Twitch makes a great point. If you're coming directly from cigarettes, your taste buds are still going to be messed up from cigarettes. And that's, you know, that's just reality. It's going to take a little bit. I don't know. I mean, they make liquids specifically that are like hyper flavored, 4-pod systems. You know, YouTube is tough because I can't, you know, tell you exactly what or exactly where, but just generally. You went from clove to a root beer too, Compassion Cucumbers? Yeah. Well, listen, I at least want to say good luck to you. Good luck to you, Jiki. Good luck to you. I hope you get two that you like. Man, I got my fingers crossed for you. Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm sorry. We were going to taste this. Hang on. We voted. We got Southie. We got FDH Southie. We're going to taste it. See, this is how we get long vlogs. This is how it happens. If I like this enough, we're going to bottle it, and I'll vape it out of this squonk. But if not, you know, then maybe it's just not for me, and that's okay too. Southie. Off the knuckle, I mean, that was pretty good. That's kind of crazy. Good. All right, let's what I am gonna do, let's just have our inaugural toot then, before I sit with it. You gotta prime it, you know? You gotta pump it up. Okay. Hang on. I'm just gonna sit with this for a second. I'm gonna vape it. I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute my microphone like this. Okay. Okay. Nutty Buddy from FDH. This is... oh, yeah, good luck to you, Jiki. Good luck. Godspeed. I'm here for you. I'm rooting for you behind the scenes. I'm rooting for you. I believe in you. I know you can do it. This, so it's a Nutty Buddy. It's a peanut butter chocolate sort of wafer cookie. You know, it's the Little Debbie Nutty Buddies. It's the Little Debbie Nutty Buddies. The chocolate in this, whoa, good. Whoa, good. Like, hang on. Let me have a toot here. I don't want to say anything I can't take back. The chocolate in this is like golden ticket levels of good chocolate. Like, not like gross sticky kid hand chocolate, not like powdery chocolate. This is a rich chocolate. This is like chocolate. And to me, have you ever had like the Reese's popcorn? I'm not trying to mean this in a negative way in any way, because I really like this. I really very like this liquid. But it tastes like popcorn that's covered in Reese's peanut butter and then really sweet creamy chocolate. Sweet creamy chocolate, Reese's peanut butter, like just caked. Like so caked that you can't see the popcorn underneath. You just know it's popcorn from the shape of it. And it's just covered in sweet peanut butter and covered in sweet creamy chocolate. That's what this tastes like. This is delicious. This is delicious. If you hate popcorn, there's a popcorn component to it. There's a little bit of popcorny. But it's peanut butter and chocolate, and it's almost more chocolate than peanut butter. It's like chocolate, peanut butter, and then crunchy little corn underneath. It's good. This is good. This is damn good whiskey. This is damn good. If the chocolate is just so creamy. It's such a creamy chocolate. I was not expecting that. It's more chocolate forward than I was expecting, but it's really delicious. Chocolate. You got a bag of the Butterfinger popcorn the other day? Yes. I'm a big fan of popcorn just in general. You could just put shit on popcorn, I will eat it. I will eat it. Peanut butter is nice. I have a hard time with chocolate, as I think Swedish and Finnish chocolate are the best. Yes, I mean, that's a whole other conversation to have. I am but a simple American, and so, like, the fanciest chocolate I think I eat is, like, Ghirardelli. Maybe Ghirardelli chocolate, or Lindt. I don't know, Lindt. When I was in Switzerland, that's where I've had the best chocolate I've ever had in my life. I've had Belgian chocolate, I've had Swiss chocolate, and I have had Swiss chocolate, Swedish chocolate, and Swiss chocolate. And Swiss chocolate, I think, is so far my favorite chocolate that I've chocolated in my chocolate life. You know, Lindt is pretty good. Lindt is pretty good. Yeah, the chocolate in Sweden is on a whole other level. The chocolate in Switzerland is on a whole other level. Whole other level. This is good. This is good. Chocolate for days. And I really like, I know I said Reese's popcorn, but if you vape this and you visually think about a Nutty Buddy, like a Little Debbie Nutty Buddy, this is spot on. It is Nutty Buddy. I'm going to bottle this. We're going to bottle this. As soon as I find a bottle, I give you my word. I assure you that this is going to get bottled. This is good. I like it. The chocolate is straight up awesome. The peanut butter is real nice and creamy and sweet. There is like a crunchy, I don't know what we'd call it, wafer or popcorn or something like that. Something going on in the background. But if someone is looking for a chocolate, this is chocolate. This is chocolate. Oh yeah, I brought home some Ritter Sports from Germany, some German chocolate. I brought home German chocolate. Try to bring home sweets, whenever I travel. Casey does the same thing. She brings chocolate from, she goes to Milan pretty frequently for musical things. She always brings me back chocolate. Damn. FDH, coming out swinging. Sorry, I should say FHD. Sorry, I didn't mean to mispronounce it like that. FHD, let me take one quick look. Let me check in on the super chats. Okay, there's a couple super chats left. Let me take one quick look. I think we're good. Oh, I'm tired now. Ooh, tired now. It really takes it out of you. Really takes my energy out of me. Nope, it's not going to happen. All right, well, shit, you guys. Here's to another rockin' ass vlog day. Really appreciate you guys coming out on Thursdays. It's so fucking fun. And I know we get a little intense sometimes with the news, but that's still fun to me. I like yelling at FDA. I like yelling at Senator Dick Durbin. I like standing up for vaping. It means something to me. Like, I take this shit seriously. I like vape stuff. Only come here if you like that stuff. I like vape stuff. Appreciate you guys. Vlog day rules, and it wouldn't really be nothing without you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being down for the cause and fighting the good fight and all those things. And Jackie, what was your name? Jeeky? Can't remember. Good luck to you. I hope you get something you like. You're gonna be on my mind till you come back here next week and tell me if you were successful or not. And if you weren't, you know what? We'll just help you again. It's no big deal. And if you're not again, then guess what? We'll help you again. Oh, that's right. Hella chats and super chats. That's right. Let me get over here. Let me get over to these hella chats and super chats. And Georgia Boy subscribing. St. James subscribing on Twitch. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Fishy, more seatbelt? Yes. In fact, you mean more seatbelt. More seatbelt. More seatbelt. That will never not be funny. William, I appreciate you. Love your work, Grimm. Most wholesome vapor on YouTube. God bless. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I like to try to be wholesome, I secretly behind the scenes, listen to Guar and lots of gross death metal, and I watch horror movies, and I do all sorts of unwholesome things, but I like to try to be wholesome. I had a mentor very briefly in the vape space, and he taught me a long time ago that because I have a mission-focused YouTube, my mission on this YouTube is to convert smokers. Like, that's what I want to do. That's my goal, is to convert as many smokers as possible. And I think that the best way to do that is to not be an asshole, not use a lot of obscenities, try to cast a really wide net. So someone who's like, I'm not going to watch that fucking guy with a fucking throat tattoo. Yeah, dude, I want that guy watching my videos. I want to help him quit smoking, So I try to put it out there. Just, hey, we're nice, vapors, right? We'll help you. We'll help you. You don't know what you're doing? We'll help you. You don't know what liquids? We'll help you. You don't know about your build? We'll help you. We'll help you. We're all invested in people quitting smoking. I think we're all invested in that. So anyway, I'm going to say goodbye, you guys. I'm going to say goodbye. I love you. Peace out. Be excellent to each other. Remember that vaping rules, and it's literally going to change the world and save billions of lives, and flavors are going to help it, and we're going to help it. So, yeah, I'm going to say goodbye. Peace out. All the things I just said one more time. We're going to say goodbye. It's my BFF. It's own boy OC. It's own boy OC. Was it Phil? Like Basardo? No, it was not. It was not Phil Basardo. Nothing against Phil Basardo. I like Phil Basardo, but I was on YouTube for like 2 years before he was. That's okay. I like Phil Basardo, but it wasn't Phil. It actually wasn't even somebody in the vape space. It was just a person that I greatly admired that I asked advice for a lot. Too much advice. Like, he taught me about editing in Final Cut. He taught me about graphics. He taught me about like social presentation, like being on the internet and being in the public eye. He was really super helpful. Super helpful dude. And now we're going to actually say goodbye. Hey, I love you guys. Peace out. Be excellent. All those things. Don't forget to cheese your jelly, Phil. Phil, cheese your jelly. Oh, there's a super chat. Oh, shit. Mike D. Yo, Nick. Love you, dude. Mike D. I love you, man. Fucking Mike fucking D. I love you, bro. Peace out, you guys. Be excellent to each other. Be excellent to yourselves. We're going to say goodbye as we do with my BFF. It's own boy OC. He believes he can fly, so I think we can believe in ourselves for just a second. And my light died, so what perfect timing. What perfect timing. Peace out, you guys. Be excellent. See you next week.
I believe I could fly. I believe I could touch the sky any time of year. Dun 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 dun. I believe I can fly.